We are live. Welcome to our final day of Season 1 of LAS. I'm Seth, and we have KJ Freedom here from Storm Gaming handling all of our production. And this is League ANCOP Series, our ANCOP fundraiser by way of an esports tournament with League of Legends. Right, funds are generated all through viewership. So I want to thank all of our viewers who's been there with us from the very beginning, all the way to our final day tonight, the final day of Season 1. If you haven't done so, make sure you register and sign up for a Trovo account. That way you can chat with us during the games and also have a chance to win this season's final $25 Amazon gift card at the end of the broadcast. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that follow button down below so you can you get a notification whenever the stream goes online. And so since this is our final season, our special guests tonight are going to be joined us with our Raph and Chalet here. How are you both doing? You guys are on mute.
I just realized I was on mute, but I'm super excited. Here we go with the finals.
Looking good. How are you, Chalet?
I'm good, man. Never better. How y'all doing, man?
Yeah, I know you wish you were on the other side of the broadcast, right? You're the one playing, but I'm glad that you're able to join us tonight, and this is a historic finals for our season 1. I'm really excited, but let's ask production here to show our playoff bracket so we can do a quick recap so far. So 2 weeks ago we had SFCTT1 upset Team Rocket, and SFCTT1 gelled together just at the right time, right? I mean, I know you talked about it, Raph, in our previous broadcast. It's all about, synergy working together. But, what did you see from SFCTT1 to be able to take that, take it away from Team Rocket there?
From what I saw, right, SFCTT, they reacted first, right, as a team, collective unit. Whenever there was an objective, all 5 were there at the very same time, as opposed to the other teams where you see, teams trickle in, right? So it looks like SFCTT, they were on the same page, they knew what was going on, and they committed to, whatever the shot call was.
Yeah, and I hope they can keep that together, because unfortunately, they might have gelled together at that right time, but that was 2 weeks ago. So let's see if they can keep that momentum going. And on the other side of the bracket, we have last week, Joe Momma outlasted Charlie Mechanical Factory. Game 2 was one of my favorite games in the season. That was really exciting. Everybody was edge of their seat. You didn't know who's gonna come out victorious until like the last 2 minutes. So, Chalet, from your point of view, how did that game go?
That game was a roller coaster, man. It went up and down. Went both ways, but Raph and Carl were talking during the game was that last moment, that last play just decided the outcome of the game. But got to give props to Joe Momma. Even though we won that game, I felt like there were times where we should have lost that game, but we held on. It was a really tough game, but yeah, it was really great and exciting.
Yeah, unfortunately, one team has to move on and one team has to stay home. But in this case, casting. But which brings us tonight, we have SFCTT1 versus Joe Momma. Raph, what are you expecting from both teams here?
Both teams, which we saw in the semifinals, right, worked as a cohesive unit against the Pinnacle Factory. Joe Momma's team also were one unit when it came to objectives. Right, we already saw that with SFCTT1, also against Team Rocket, and so here it's going to be an interesting matchup. We're going to see a lot of good vision, right, with wards. We're going to see a lot of team plays. You're not going to, how I believe this game is going to turn out is, the game is going to be decided by the team plays as opposed to the solo laners where we see maybe a gank up top, right, or a gank bottom. Rather, we will see bigger fights in the jungle, in Dragon, for Rift Herald, for Baron, all of that.
Chalet, who do you give the edge to between these two teams? That's going to be, they have good momentum, like what Raph said. They have good synergy, cohesiveness as a team, but who do you give the edge to?
Right now it's hard to say. Both teams are really great. That's why they're in the finals. But right now, I would have to give the edge to Team Joe Momma, only because Team SFC's been off for a week. Team Joe Momma, we just played them last week, and they're on a roll. And I know, we play. We're all friends. We play during the weekends and stuff. So I know they've been playing, and I think they're just a little bit more fresher. And just seeing from their team play, it's pretty crisp, and they know how to come back from games too as well. And I got to give it to them tonight.
Alright, so what do you have to score tonight between the two of them?
For me, I would give Joe Mama 2-0. I'll do
2-0.
2-0.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, Raf, we talked about not playing for a week. In the NFL, when you have somebody taking the bye, sometimes it's a disadvantage thing. Do you think it really makes a big difference here in playing League of Legends?
I think League is actually the opposite, right? If you do take a week off, typically in the physical athletic realm, that's a good thing, right? Your players get to rest. However, League is a very mentally stimulating game, and so what I would have expected was SSC to be playing all throughout the week, right? The same way we saw Team Joe Mama do. And honestly, SFC Telecom, they were not the favorites, right? They were bottom seed, and they have that chip on their shoulder where they're trying to prove something. This is our first pilot season, and I think they're looking to make a statement, right? That, hey, you know what? However the regular season played out, it doesn't matter. We're here now in the finals, right? Which they've made, and I think they're gonna make a lasting impression here.
So, what do you have to score tonight here? So we have 2-0 for Joe Mama here for Chalet. What about you, Raf?
I don't think it's gonna be a 2-0. I think it's gonna be 2-1, where the team that wins game 1 will win the entire series. We're gonna see a roller coaster of a ride tonight. That's my
All right.
prediction.
So which team is that gonna win game 1?
I
I know you're dodging the question, but you gotta.
I give it to
The
Team Joe
prediction.
Mama, though. I give it to Team Joe Mama.
Joe Mama. All right, 2-1. And so I agree with you about the mentally stimulating game. Assuming that they are practicing and staying in shape and staying in form. But from what I heard, SFC Telecom T1, most of their players are on vacation, right? So let's see if they were actually practicing, and hopefully they were, and they're ready for tonight. And looks like we're almost done with our picks and bans. And I'm going to give you guys, gentlemen, a chance to talk through what they've selected and what we're going to be seeing in this game number 1. So, gentlemen, take it away.
Great. So, Charlie,
Thanks, Seth.
a couple things that stood out to me were the immediate Swain Ramis bans, right? And also the Ezreal Lucian bans on the side of Team Joe Mama. They're definitely looking to disable, I guess, their best players, best champions, right? But the thing that I know about both teams is in this finals, right? They made sure that you cannot cripple them strictly through bans. Yes, Neilio is amazing with the Swain pick, right? But Neilio, we've seen time and time again that he's a great overall player, and we've seen him play Shen before too. That, I believe, is a crucial pick because guess what? Now you have to worry about that Shen ult, that global presence. But again, SFC Telecom 1, they've shown before that they can work cohesively as a unit, right? If that Shen ult's down, I see them making them pay top, right? They're going to push that top lane or just work somehow, make it work.
And I agree, man. Like, I see that with that Shen pick, if Neilio does, ult down to Waka Waka and protect him or Big Booey, but they have that Jax on chicken wings, he can just go ahead and split push the top, so they got to make a choice, but I got to give props to the pick of Waka Waka with the Zai. This is a very underrated pick. I went against it a couple times, and you guys seen it in the LAS, but the ult where she does a backflip where she becomes untargetable. All these champions on the side of SFC have the Jax, who could jump on Waka Waka along with the Jarvan. You have a Morgana who could hit a Q, and a Jhin who has a stun, that works well with the team that he has. But this ultimate that Waka Waka has, he can get out a lot of sticky spots. So this is actually a pretty good pick that he did.
Right. The thing that I'm looking for from SFC is that poke, right? You have that Vel'Koz, that Morgana, that Jhin. I believe that they're going to wear down Team Joe Mama before actually engaging, right? Before that Jarvan goes in and ults or Jax goes in. But then again, we also have some picks here that I thought were notable, like Keylime's Echo, right? We've seen the Volley Bear. We've seen how he can terrorize the jungle with that big, beefy tank. And now he switches it up with the Echo. So we'll really see how that jungle game plays out for Keylime here.
Yeah, man, I agree too. And also on the side, you also have to note that Big Booey is on this Malzahar that's been banned throughout this whole entire series, and the reason why is because that ultimate that suppresses and is a very big CC ability that is very useful to teams, and they gave it to her here. So I want to see what she does with this pick. She hasn't played it for a while, so
right.
Russ could take into account as well if she hasn't played it, and we'll see how she does.
Right. And so I think the key matchup here, at least for game 1, is going to be that bot lane. Last week when Team Joe Mama went up against you two, I actually thought the game would be decided by the jungle and top laners, I believe, right? But we saw Waka Waka make a huge impact bot lane. I think he was the unsung hero of that game. Him and Will, right? I think Will has made a great improvement to his game throughout the season, and I don't think they got enough credit, in the last series for that. But that's not to take away again at SFC Telecom's bot lane as well. They are brutal in the bot lane, right? And that's why I guess they also banned that Ezreal, because we saw a great performance from I'm Filipino Bro with that Ezreal. So we'll see how bot lane plays out. I think it's going to be entertaining one, and because it is the finals, neither team is backing down. They're definitely playing for that title. They're playing for, bragging rights for the pilot season, and it's going to set the tone, right, for the rest of, if we do continue this series, if we do continue the seasons, they're going to be the team to look out for.
Yeah, man. Like you said, man, this is the first one. The first one's always the sweetest, man. So you do want to be that first team to win this thing. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like, these teams are ready to play, and I can't wait to see what they can do, man. Like, it's pretty exciting.
Right. And so I'm excited to see what the level 1 looks like here. I know we haven't seen too many crazy level 1 plays. A lot of teams opt for the more safer route, just securing their jungle early game. But who knows? What if they have something in store for us for the finals, game 1. So everyone that's tuning in, thank you for joining us for the finals of the LAS season. We have Team Joe Mama versus SFC Telecom. Drop your picks down below in the comments. Let us know who you think is going to take away game 1 and who's going to take away the series, right? It's going to be an exciting matchup. So here we go. We've loaded into the rift.
People.
All right. So one thing to note already is we do have 2 teleports from both teams, right? Shen's ult will have the advantage when it comes to global presence. With him having teleport, that's huge. I think they're looking to really make team plays here, like I mentioned earlier. Chicken Wings also has his TP, Jez Koi with the TP as well, and we also see Big Buiho with the TP. So I really want to see how they play this out, right? I'm sure each lane is going to push each other in, just so that they force the other to back and then spend that TP, right? Crippling them, at least in the global game, the macro game. So there's going to be a lot of minute things to pay attention here.
Yeah, man, I agree. And also I feel that, with Team Joe Mama, with this Shen, that if Nelio does commit somewhere to use this ult, they got to commit to, if you do ult the bot lane, go to Waka Waka and Trillion, you guys got to hard push that lane because, like I said earlier, that Jax is going to be split in top hard. You got to find a way to keep the gold even, because even though you make a play down there, he's getting ahead up there. So there's a lot of things they got to think about.
And a Jax that gets ahead is really scary. He's one of those champions that can hyper carry split push, right? So you definitely want to keep that in check. We did see Team Joe Mama go all the way up to SFC Telecom's red side, right? Top side jungle. And they did ward that to make sure and confirm where the jungler is. Like we mentioned in multiple streams, that's crucial information. And so we see both teams again starting with their respective buffs here on the bot side. So we'll see how this game plays out. Standard start, nothing too crazy. Not letting
very standard start.
Exactly. Not letting the hype of the game get to them. So one thing to note here is the next buff or next jungle camp that each jungler goes to. We see that Barely Noah started blue and goes straight for Gromp, which is a great start, right, if you're talking about experience. However, Keylime is going straight for his blue buff after taking red. I wonder, because he does have that ward up top in the jungle, if he's going to invade shortly after, right? That's one of my favorite routes to do, because I anticipate that the enemy jungler is going to clear out all of the bottom jungle camps. But as we see, Barely Noah is making his way up top. If Keylime does choose to invade, that's going to be a skirmish right there. Mid lane exchanging here, but as we've seen from Big Booey Ho, very safe player. Nelio does engage on Chicken Wings. Chicken Wings will look to stun, but not really engage in a fight. And bot lane here just farming up, as we expect from 2 very great ADC players. We see a pause request here.
Oh, disconnection right here.
Has to relog.
Right. Technical difficulties already, man. Hopefully it's not throughout the series.
Hopefully it's not throughout the series. All right, get it out now, right while they're level 2. And then smooth sailing for the rest. But look, again, Easy start, nothing too crazy here, right? Both junglers respecting each other, not invading, just clearing out their jungle camps. I wonder though if after clearing their top side jungles, if that's going to be a top gank or a mid gank. If I'm SFC Telecom, ganking Big Buiho is quite difficult, so it might be a top gank here. So Neilio better ward his river. I think the advantage here goes to Team Joe Mama though, because they have confirmed that Jarvan is up top with that ward, right? Vision's gonna win this game. And so bot lane here knows that they're on a lone island. They can go at it against each other, right, without the fear of a jungler coming in. But if I'm the top laners, definitely warding.
Right, so I think it came back, but I'm still frozen. I don't know about you.
I'm frozen too. Okay, good.
All right, cool.
All right.
And yeah, it's coming shortly, hopefully.
We see Paolo dropping in the chat to enjoy the game. So you guys better enjoy the games. Paolo said so. All right. Here we go.
There we go. We're back.
And we're back. We see Barely Noah making his way up top here with Keylime as well. Will this result in an exchange at all? Looks like Keylime is engaging. Neilio following up, however, nothing much comes out of it. We see Barely Noah backing now. Here, Keylime is making a great offensive or aggressive play here, trying to take some jungle camps, denying Barely Noah. However, looks like Barely Noah is going to contest that.
Yeah, he knows something's going on right there, so
a lot of action going on in
part.
top lane. Yep. Bot lane is engaging here. And nothing much. We did see a miss, I believe, a W right from Jin there.
Yep.
So right now, Waka Waka has a slight...
Keylime.
Keylime going in on Barely Noah. It looks like Barely Noah may go down. He spends his flash here. Keylime flashes to secure the kill. Chicken Wings is going in to see what he can make out of this. Keylime is low. He is around 25% health, but Big Buiho with the follow to secure that kill and protect her teammates there. Great rotate.
Yes, nice. She saved his life there by just going up there just to be there.
And so that's what I mean, right? The people, the players that do rotate, your presence is simply enough, right, to scare away any follow-up engagements from the other team, which we saw there. Big Buiho just showing up gave Keylime that safe path back into his jungle. So great play by Team Joe Mama. We have a 1-0
really
score. Okay, we see Trillion rooted here, or Waka Waka, but it doesn't result into much. Barely Noah now in the bot side river. Chicken Wings engaging on Neilio just to trade some damage. However, Neilio is quite beefy with that Shen. Chicken Wings engaging again. Nothing much comes out of Barely Noah's presence in the bot lane river. Not a bad thing, right? He did get Scuttle for that extra vision. Dragon is coming up. We do see Chicken Wings engaging on Neilio. However, Neilio does get away safely. This wave is going to push in on him. And so this dragon actually looks like it's in favor of SFC Telecom, right? We have Chicken Wings pushed up. Both top laners having their TP. Shen not at level 6 yet, so they don't have to worry about that ultimate. And so if I'm SFC Telecom 1, I'm looking to get an objective here, right? While Shen is not yet at that level 6. Keylime is around the dragon pit. It looks like Neilio did engage on Chicken Wings. Chicken Wings takes a bit of damage from the tower. It looks like health is now even between the two. But as I mentioned, Keylime is in the dragon pit. Dropped a pink ward, which is amazing, right? You want to clear the vision that they currently have. And so we'll see what happens in the jungle pit. I mean, sorry, dragon pit. Chicken Wings did back here. Looks like he's TPing in to top lane. So Shen does have the TP to support the dragon if he chooses to do so. Barely Noah on the top side jungle. So this should be a free Drake for Keylime if he's already on that.
Yeah, they don't know he's on it. I don't think so, at least.
There we go. Keylime with the dragon. This is a strong start for Team Joe Mama. Getting first blood and the first dragon here. Let's check the bot lane CS. It looks like Waka Waka does have a sizable CS lead here at 50 against I'm Filipino Bros 32. But that's not to say that any bot lane is behind, both of these players can make a play happen at any point in the game. Chips Kaloy dealing some damage against Big Buoy Ho here, poking her down. Team Joe Mama's bot lane is level 5 against SFC Telecom's level 4 bot lane. We'll see if they want to make a play here. Looks like they'll just go ward their river. Keylime now getting ahead in the jungle route here, clearing his red buff as Barely Noah makes his way to the blue buff. Looks like there's going to be a skirmish here in bottom lane river. Trillion with the Thresh is able to hook Jinsu. However, Filipino Bro is caught lacking behind. Waka Waka here takes the Lantern. Barely Noah is following up. It looks like Barely Noah will be backed up by Chipoy with the ult to secure the kill against Keylime. This is a 4v2 here against the bot lane. Trillion goes down to Barely Noah. What a play. Like I mentioned, here we go with the jungle fights, right? With the teams rotating, we see 4 collapse here. So again, the first to rotate is going to be the one to win the game. Great response by SFC Telecom there. And like I mentioned, though Waka Waka does have the farm lead, the team plays are what's going to keep, each other in the game, and also eventually win the game itself. So Barely Noah now takes the scuttle, getting river vision. Sorry, Charlie, cut you off. What'd you say?
No, I'm saying that was a pretty crazy play. That's all. Like, I'm speechless, man. Yeah. It was really quick.
I give it to SFC Telecom there, right? It was a very grim fight. It looked like bot lane from SFC Telecom side. We saw the flash spent, right? They were low health, yet Barely Noah put his trust in his teammates, and so did bot lane. We saw Chips Kaloy drop down from mid lane, right, all the way down to Tri-Bush to secure the kill with that ult. There's a lot of trust that goes on between these players.
Absolutely, man. That was a first-class display right there.
Exactly. And for our new players, right, the penalty of roaming or rotating too much is that you are denying yourself of potential farm, right? And I'll complete that thought after this skirmish up top. Nelio did engage on Chicken Wings, but nothing comes out of it. We do see a fight for Rift Herald here. We'll see who secures it. We see a smite go down for Barely Noah, but Keylime is able to secure that. The Shed ultimate coming in to secure Keylime here. Big Buoy Ho finishes the kill on Barely Noah. Does Chicken Wings get away? Nelio on Chicken Wings does secure that kill. Chips Kaloy caught out here. Big Buoy Ho with low mana, but we'll see what happens. Bot lane did rotate. We do see a collapse here from Team Momma. And yet again, we see team plays time and time again. This time, for mid from the side of Team Joe Mama. They're going to push this mid lane in, apply that pressure. We see Big Buoy Ho now rotating bot lane to secure that. Such a great team play from Team Joe Mama. Like I mentioned, this is going to be a back and forth. Right? We see 2 cohesive units going at it. Great response from both teams. Great job by Keylime for securing that Rift Herald. Unfortunately, Barely Noah did need to spend his smite, right, to get some of that health back. But unfortunately, that came at the cost of Rift Herald. And now it looks like they're going to spend that Herald here down mid, get some plates, maybe take down the mid tower, right, opening up the rest of the map for the team. Barely Noah goes in on this team, takes out the Rift Herald. Barely Noah does get out. Trillion takes a bit of damage, but both teams going down, not going down with any deaths here. We do see the Dragon Timer coming up here, and it looks like there's going to be another play headed down bot. Bot lane from SSC side does wisely back off. Nelio pushing in top lane here. The spell shield from the Thresh hook did save Filipino Bro here, but now Keylime was a bit caught out, but the great play by Trillion's Thresh here. Alright, so we'll see how each team responds to this dragon respawning, right? Earlier we did see Barely Noah have the initial step securing Scuttle, but he ended up rotating top as Keylime secured the dragon all to himself uncontested. So with this dragon up, we do see Keylime in his own bottom side jungle here. I'm sure he's going to make his rotate. However, Barely Noah is top side, fully knowing that dragon is up. So we'll see if Barely Noah is looking to make a play top side, right? Make them pay for all that attention that they're giving to dragon, or if he'll make his way down. Scuttle is still open here. for either team to take. Barely Noah is making his way down to the bottom side jungle. Keyline with the first step here. He's going to bump into a pink there that I believe he's going to clear. Yep. Barely Noah responding to that. Both top laners here still pretty healthy. Both with a way to get down to Dragon. Shen's ult versus Chicken Wings TP. We'll see who rotates first if they choose to do so. Chicken Wings engaging on Neilio here just to deal some damage. Neilio returns some of that. But it looks like Team Joe Momma is the first to rotate to this Dragon. Barely Noah is going to be left alone here in the river, but I believe he does get out safely. Chips Colloy dropping down just to make sure Barely Noah is safe. SSC Telecom's bot lane did recall, so they're making their way back. Team Joe Momma here has presence in the Dragon. In the Dragon pit. Looks like Team Joe Momma has started Dragon. It may go down to Keyline here. We'll see if Barely Noah does contest this with the smite. Trillion zoning Barely Noah out. However, SFC Telecom is collapsing here.
Oh, he stole
Barely Noah
it!
steals the Dragon here. SFC Telecom is complete here with 4 against 4, but Neilio does ult. Chips Kaloi is now being chased by Neilio. We see the TP coming down from Jax. Waka Waka caught out here. Park Jisoo coming and securing the kill on Waka Waka. Neilio is following up.
Here comes
Can he
Neilio.
secure the kill? He dodges the Jin W. However, Jax does come in. Chips Kaloi follows up. And again, a team play from SFC Telecom. What a great response, right? We saw Team Joe Momma start that Dragon, but Barely Noah went in, stealing Drake and trusting that his team would follow up. Amazing play there. This back and forth, right? We saw the play
A
earlier.
lot of
up
team
top.
plays, man.
Right, with Rip Herald, Team Joe Momma taking that. Now the second Drake goes down to the side of SFC Telecom. The score is 5-6, very close game. Not much of a sizable gold lead here from either team. It's going to be a game. It's an exciting game one.
This is an exciting game, man. It is back and forth, man, and it is neck and neck, so this is great.
Yeah. Both teams with 1 Drake, right? Gold lead now in the favor of SFC Telecom, just by a very small margin here. Both teams, like I mentioned, are warding very well, clearing wards as well. We see a number of pinks go down for both teams, right? And like I mentioned, these teleports, these Shen ults, these global type plays are happening from both teams. We just unfortunately see it like seesaw almost, right? So no team giving in to the other. And that's great shot calling from both teams, right? Regardless of the outcome of the previous fight, it doesn't deter them from backing each other up and engaging in another team fight.
Right, and also shows the trust that they have with each other too. You know, there's to trust each other to make these plays.
Exactly. Earlier, I did mention Waka Waka having that CS lead against I'm Filipino Bro, but we do see him, I'm Filipino Bro now with the CS lead here. And those 5 assists are going to be also a notable contribution to his goal. We see Chicken Wings engaging on Neilio here, dealing a ton of damage. Neilio returning that damage. Keelan here with the gank. We'll see how Chicken Wings plays this. He does spend flash. We see an engage on the bottom lane. However, it's a 3v2 down bot. Trillion did not see the third player in Barely Noah there. He does happen to hook Barely Noah, but not enough. And I'm Filipino Bro with the snipes here, getting a double kill. Not only does he have the CS lead, but he also has the kill lead now in this bot lane. I'm Filipino Bro might be steamrolling here with that Jin, dealing a ton of damage. Barely Noah, again, making the right play, being at the right place at the right time, right? Trusting that his teammates will deliver when he does go in. That's just unfortunate. Man. Here we go with Chips Kaloi taking the big buoy ho. And that's a huge feat here. And now Keyline does follow up, makes Chips Kaloi pay for that. But Big Buoy ho goes down. We know her as that safe player, right? But Chips Kaloi here dealing all of that damage with that Vel'Koz. He does have now 4 kills to Lauren's 2. He does have roughly 10 more CS than her. So the damage output is going to be in Chips Kaloi's favor. And now we see a 9-7 lead by SFC Telecom. We'll see how Team Joe Momma responds to the fights that just happened, right? It looks like now they're going to clear wards, make sure that they have their own wards there to ensure that they don't engage again on a 3v2. Rift Herald is up, barely Noah is in the top side, but we do see Trillion engage here on I'm Filipino Bro. Waka Waka following up. The Morgana spending the ult here. Keyline from the backside. Now Partridge is caught out. Big Buiho secures that kill. Will they try and get more here? Barely Noah engaging and using ult on Trillion. And Big Buiho gets the 2 down there. Keyline does secure the kill on Jin. However, Chips Kaloy is still dealing damage out here. Keyline quite low, looking if he can do anything here. Waka Waka just simply backing off. So it looks like it's a 2-for-2 exchange there. And we saw there a 4v4 fight, right? We see these team fights. It's not going to be these 1v1s. Waka Waka is caught out. Chips Kaloy secures a kill on Waka Waka. A solo kill from Chips Kaloy here. Chicken Wing engaging on Nelio. Top lane's been a bit quiet when it comes to kills here. We did see them, you know, TP and ult into the team fights earlier, but nothing much when it comes to their skirmishes and trades. Chicken Wings engaging on Nelio, but backing off shortly after. Nelio trying to trade back damage. And that's how TOS been so far. Not necessarily a bad thing, right? Both just farming, but SFC Telecom with the Dragon now with the second Drake. They are just steamrolling this lead, whatever they have here, which is what you want to do, right? The moment you start getting the lead, become more aggressive with objectives, and that's what we saw with the Dragon. Barely Noah now making his way up top. Looks like it might result in a gank here, or even just to pressure Rift Herald. There is a pink in that bush, so Nelio does not know this damage. Chips Kaloy does take out Trillion, catches him out.
Wow, the damage.
Chips Kaloy is huge here with that Vel'Koz damage. Big Buiho trying to defend mid tower here as bot lane's making a push in that mid lane. Keylime engaging on barely Noah, but that bot lane in Team SFC side is rotating. Chicken Wings is here. We see 4 collabs on that Team Joe Mama 1 player. It's about the team plays, and Keylime just getting a bit too aggressive there. Not necessarily a bad thing again, but it's just the rotates, right? We need to expect that the other team is already a step ahead. Waka Waka trying to defend this mid tower here. Does clear the wave, but is taking some damage from I'm Filipino Bro. And if you look at that damage, I'm Filipino Bro taking on Waka Waka, and Waka Waka goes down in the mid lane. They're just going to continue to pressure that lane. We see, though, Big Buiho make a play on Chips Kaloy down bot. And does Chips Kaloy go down? He does! Big Buiho securing the shutdown gold there. Great job by Big Buiho for rotating. We do see the Rift Herald here. Looks like they're going to make a huge push mid. And now we see Nelio responding to this mid push. And so Jax is going to split push up top. And it looks like he might take out that outer tower. Keylime going in, but backing off shortly after. The Rift Herald is still up. It looks like it's going to make another hit on this mid tower. However, Keylime does take it out, preventing more damage. At this point, it looks like Team Joe Mama is just doing damage control right from the previous plays that SFC's been making. Quite overwhelming here. We see the Dragon go down. We see the Rift Herald go down. We see mid go down. They are just steamrolling here. We'll see how Team Joe Mama responds. Baron is now up. Dragon is still sometimes away from responding. So it looks like they are going to play around the top side of the map here. We do see Jax roaming the jungle here. If you look at the deep wards, Trillion is actually clearing wards, a pink ward, but it looks like Keylime's still here. But was it worth it? Keylime spending flash to get away from barely Noah and Chips Kaloy here. Keylime is slowed and is caught out. Chips Kaloy secures the kill.
Wow.
Keylime trying to be aggressive, right? Trying to take that blue buff, but sometimes it isn't worth it, especially against a team that collapses as fast as SFC Telecom does. But I was mentioning earlier, we did see the Thresh clearing a ward deep in his own jungle, a pink that SFC Telecom put down. SFC Telecom is putting very aggressive wards down just as to know, right, where each of the players are, which allows them, again, to have that first step and react. This mid game is looking like it's belonging to SFC Telecom 1. Nelio here, trying to stop Barely Noah's steal of the blue buff. It looks like Neilo did take blue buff, but he is caught out yet again with Barely Noah and Chicken Wings engaging. We do see I'm Filipino Bro following up. As you've seen all game, SFC Telecom rotating together as a unit here. Big Buiho trying to hold back the Morgana's push down bot. But Big Buiho does have TP, so if they do need her, she can make her way anywhere in the map. So it looks like SFC Telecom is now prepping for a Baron. Look at all those red wards in Team Joe Mama's jungle. The gold lead is now 4K, favoring SFC Telecom here. Chips Koloy with 8 kills. Massive damage output there. We have I'm Filipino Bro with 4 kills as well with the Jin. But what's even more surprising is his 8 assists. If you look at SFC Telecom's stat sheet, right, there's a lot of assists for each of these players. Reason being is because they are so involved in these team fights, in these rotates. I think SFC Telecom heard our predictions and they wanted to prove us wrong, Charlie.
I think so, man. Like, they're trying to send a statement the first game here.
Exactly. And if you see them right here, right, they're all rotating as 5 in the Dragon Pit. Right, Team Joe Mama slowly trickling in here, taking in just the poke that SFC Telecom's dealing. They have started Dragon. We'll see if Keyline makes a play here. Again, Echo is a very scary jungle to go up against. Trillion does engage on Chips Kaloy, but the spell shield protects him. We do see Waka Waka secure the kill on the Morgana. Chicken Wings jumping on Thresh.
Oh, the Shen ult.
But red team does secure the Dragon here. The Jin ult going off. Can Trillion dodge the shots? He does, but Barely Noah is deep in the back lines here. Barely Noah does go down. Waka does take him down, but they are low.
Woo!
SFC Telecom here winning that exchange, right? They got drag and 3 kills. Team Joe Mama was able to get out, taking down 2 of Team SFC's players here. But here you do not want to give drag and 3 kills to SFC Telecom while only taking 2 kills yourself. This lead is only going to grow for Team SFC here. Looks like Keylime's going to try and chase down the Jin. We'll see how successful he is. Morgana does follow up. And I'm Filipino Bro punishes Keylime for chasing that far. Keylime is now at half health, so if they do decide to fight here, Keylime is not in a healthy state. Trillion takes damage from that Chips Kaloy, but is able to walk out, shielding himself there. We do see Waka Waka trying to defend his bottom tower, but it looks like SFC Telecom is going to make this rotate down bot. Keylime taking more damage from I'm Filipino Bro here. Looks like they're going to make a strong push in this bot lane. Keylime ults just to avoid death here, but it's only to delay it. Morgana engaging on the team here, zoning them out. Looks like Barely Noah is looking to fight here. Taking a lot of tower damage. Nilo is able to pull him back in. Waka Waka securing the kill on Barely Noah. However, I'm Filipino Bro with that Jin, just dealing so much damage with that ult. Secures the kill against Waka Waka. Now Trillion has to walk away. The burn takes out the Thresh. Chips Kaloy dealing all that damage. Nelio here backing us wisely as Big Buiho tries to wave clear. It's going to be a 4v2 push here in the bottom lane. Nelio sidestepping everything, but there's so many abilities SFC Telecom's throwing at here that Nelio just backs off. Not enough minions to really take down the tower, but enough to put some sizable damage. Now they're going to deny Keylime of his own jungle farm here, taking the red buff, going to I'm Filipino Bro, right? All these jungle camps now going down. Chicken Wings pushing in that mid lane. And with that bot lane pushed up, SFC Telecom does have the advantage when it comes to Baron here. So I do think that SFC Telecom is going to reset, buy their items with this gold lead, head straight for Baron, and maybe end the game from there. Team Joe Mama here definitely needs to just start warding up, right? Get their farm up, at least try and contest this Baron, because fighting up against Team SFC Telecom with a Baron buff after that last push that we saw is going to be quite difficult. We do see here Chicken Wings securing the Scuttle for extra vision and movement speed in that river. Waka Waka trying to distance himself, but I'm Filipino Bro's damage is just too much.
Oh my goodness.
Kin takes down Waka Waka. And now if a Baron fight does commence, it's going to be a 5v4. So what does Team SFC do here? Do they push? Do they go for Baron? We'll see how they capitalize on this kill on Waka Waka. This lead is starting to get a little large now. We do see a 23 to 13 kill count here, favoring Team SFC Telecom. We do see 3v3 here in the mid lane. Will Big Booey Ho make a rotate? It looks like she does have the first step, but will go back bot lane. Doesn't look like Team Joe Mama's going to look to fight here, especially with the goal advantage that Team SFC has right now. Barely Noah just having his way in Key Lime's jungle here. And SFC Telecom, even when they're split apart, are able to create some distance. Key Lime dealing some damage on the Morgana. Park Jisoo does have to get away, but Key Lime does force the Zanyas. Can Key Lime secure the kill here? Big Buhiho does. They get the hook on I'm Filipino Bro. The
Filipino
smart
Bro.
hook by Malzahar on I'm Filipino Bro. Does he go down? He
So
does.
close.
The Big Buhiho, but we see
He's
barely
down.
following up. Chips Kaloy hanging by a thread here. Trying to get away
Oh
from
my
the
goodness.
Here's the kill. Barely
Nice.
Noah does take out the Malzahar. We do see Team Joe Mama walking out with 3 kills to SFC's 2. That's something they really need, right? Barely Noah here.
Signs of life. Let's go.
Right. Surprising to see Team SFC looking to fight there when they had a 5v4 going into Baron. Barely Noah does have the first step on this dragon, so we'll see if he goes for that. Looks like he is just going to ward, secure some presence here. Will Team Joe Mama contest this, however? This is the 4th dragon, so this is going to be huge. Chicken Wing still on the top side. Does have TP if they do need him.
Starting.
And Chicken Wings with the first step onto drag, spending that teleport just to secure this dragon. SSC Telecom not taking any chances. They were a bit more proactive than reactive there, right? I love that play. Or was that? No, that was a TP by Chips Kaloy. My
I think
apologies.
that was, Chips Kaloy.
Right? Spending that TP, letting the other team know that you're there, always deters them from contesting that, right? And so they do secure that 4th dragon. We do see a 5k gold lead. Oh, so, my apologies. Not 5k. It's a 7k gold lead now by Team SFC Telecom here. Trillion does land the hook on Park Jisoo, but doesn't engage on that. Key Lime does get to the back line here, but is unable to deal much damage, so he does spend ult just to get away. Trillion going in very deep to Chips Kaloy ult. Key Lime jumping onto Park Jisoo, but I'm Filipino Bro dealing damage here. Big Booey Ho is caught out. We'll see if she gets away. She does. Chicken Wings is now following up. Team Joe Mama is low here against Team SFC's push. Will they push mid or rotate to Baron? Nelio is in the top lane. We'll see if he joins the fight here. Mid tower may go down here for Team Joe Mama. It's going to be a 4v4 if a fight does commence. We do see them rotating, maybe clearing some wards, putting their wards of their own. Just to prepare for Dragon. Sorry, Baron. But it doesn't look like they're going to go for the actual objective itself yet. We do see Key Lime on the bottom side. Team SSC does know that Key Lime is down bot. But they still opt not to go for Baron here, just taking the safe route of just farming, right? So Charlie, if you were in this position, right, in Team Joe Mama's position, as a shot caller, what are you looking to do here?
If I was in Team Joe Mama's spot right now, I would use the Shen with his TP and his ult advantage. I would try to split push somehow, and relieve some pressure off the map. So like to make SFC force someone to go to Nelio, and then while that's happening at the same time, I would use Big Booey's ultimate with the CC along with Trillion to try to catch a pick across on the other side of the map or something. I would try to make some short victories and just work my way back slowly but surely. But I think it all starts with Nelio and just trying to contain this Jax from split pushing on the sides.
That is very true. If I'm Nelio, I would be bot lane, right? You do have that TP and ult. so that if they do fight in Baron, that he is there. You definitely want that lane swap, right? To have bot lane up top so that they can rotate to Baron if they need to. But it looks like Nilio will remain top. It looks like they're going to have these skirmishes down in the bot jungle here. Looks like they're just going to look to push bot lane here. Chips Kaloy trying to deal some damage against Waka Waka. Waka Waka is caught out in the Chips Kaloy ult.
Oh.
Chen does spin his ult. Will they look to fight here? It's going to be a 5v5. Nilio taking in Chips Kaloy's damage. The poke is a little too much from Chips Kaloy here. That Vel'Koz hurts right now.
Yeah, that poke damage is crazy.
I'm Filipino Bro ulting here. We'll see how much damage he outputs as they secure this bottom tower. Keelam looks to go in, ults away. Looks like they're just trading blows here. Barely Noah does go in with the ult, but Team Joe Mama is able to disengage there. I'm Filipino Bro looking to attack Keelam here, but Keelam goes down to I'm Filipino Bro. That Jin just deals so much damage right now.
Damage, man. Too much.
Nilio is rooted here. Chips Kaloy ulting yet again. Looks like they're going to march down to these Nexus towers here. Will they look to close the game out? Will Team Joe Mama make one last stand here? Nilio going in. Does taunt Chicken Wings. Barely Noah jumping onto Big Booey Ho. But it looks like Chips Kaloy's damage is just too much. Trillian goes down. Nilio is low here. Big Booey Ho does spend ult. Can Nilio get away? No, he cannot. I'm Filipino Bro secures that kill. Gets a double kill on Big Booey. That damage is just overwhelming. Team SFC dealing all this damage. Waka Waka being zoned in his own fountain here as Team SFC slowly but surely takes down Team Joe Mama's base. Keelam looking to make one final stand here. Can he do anything? He spends his Zanyas. Barely Noah is low. Waka Waka stepping up, trying to deal damage. Chips Kaloy goes down, but it's not enough to stop the SFC Telecom push. We got one more Nexus Tower to go down. Looks like it's going to be Trillian holding the base. Not quite sure how much Trillian can do here as SFC Telecom does secure the win here in the game one of LAS's finals. What an exciting game. We saw the back-to-back fights between two teams. However, SFC Telecom just had the last laugh, right? They won that fight down in Dragon, and they kept that pedal down, right? That gas pedal down, and they just kept steamrolling.
Yeah, that was an action-packed game. I mean, it started off pretty subtle there, right? Where they're just trading blows. They're trying to feel each other. But as soon as we got to the mid-game, it seems like SFC Telecom T1 had a good game plan, and they executed it really well. And you mentioned so many times, Raph, they cycled through the map and rolled together as a team and helped each other, and it's really impressive to watch. And by the time you know it, their kill count went from 2 to 3, and all of a sudden I blinked, it was 10.
Right.
And I think that was the key there. And as soon as they got to that point with the gold lead, it was just pretty much a foregone conclusion, right? It was just a matter of how long can Joe Mama hold on. But in the end there, impressive win by SFC Telecom T1. I mean, Chalet, what do you think, Joe Mama need to do here in the next game to adjust for these, for what SFC Telecom is doing?
I think from what we've seen, it was a team game. Like the first game was a team game. Team plays. A lot of team plays happen at the beginning of the match, right? But towards the middle of the game, the team plays stopped happening. You saw on the side of Team Joe Mama, solo plays were just trying to happen. Key Lime, Waka Waka and Bot Lane were dying. Chips Kaloy was rotating faster than Big Boy in the mid lane, and we just saw what happened. It just ended up leading to plays that SFC were able to capitalize on, and Team Joe Mama paid for it. So what has happened, I think, is that the rotations and the team plays have to happen faster, and the communication has to be always at 100%. Make it 110 this time. As we can see, because if it's 100% on Team Joe Mama side, on SFC it's like 120. You got to ramp it up. You got to do something, but yeah, you just got to respond.
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed the theme all these playoffs. It's about which team overextends too much and eventually gets caught out by themselves. So, Raf, I mean, I'm not as familiar in the dynamics on when you play League of Legends and how you communicate. Whose responsibility is that to rein in the players to make sure they don't go solo, that they don't get caught by themselves, and you guys move as a team?
Um, Typically it's the team captain, and not necessarily the assigned team captain for each of these teams, right? Many times, the more experienced players will make that shot call, and all the players will abide by that, right? Of course, like they'll work cohesively as a unit. But it looks like SFC Telecom, right? Whoever's making the shot calls is making them early. They're saying, "Hey, let's group up and go into their jungle," right? Where we see Team Joe Mama still doing their own thing in lane, right? I mentioned earlier in game one that the penalty of rotating or grouping up too early is that you're denying yourself a farm. But if you look at the stat sheet here at the end of the game, SSC Telecom had a large CS farm lead here, right? It's because when they did commit to these plays, they walked out victorious, right? It bore them fruit essentially.
Yeah, I mean, because if you kill the other, champions on the other side, then you're free to farm, right? You
Exactly.
are giving up the farming opportunities at that point. But if you move as a team and you pick them off, hey, there's nobody contesting you. You can farm freely. And so I've noticed that with SFC Telecom T1 here. But that was an action-packed game. It gives us a time for a breather here, right? Take a
Mhm.
quick break, and we're actually gonna play a video, talking about ANCOP, so you guys are get familiar on what ANCOP is all about and why we're doing this tournament. So we can raise funds and we can send it to those who are in need to send kids to school. So we'll be right back, and let's watch this video from ANCOP.
ANCOP, a ministry, a mission, building the church of the poor, and sharing Christ's transforming love. ANCOP is Couples for Christ, armed in carrying out its core values of pro-God, pro-family, pro-life, and pro-poor, with the key principle that Christ is the center of the work and must be proclaimed in word and in deed. ANCOP USA helps transform the lives of poor children and their families, helping restore hope and dignity through education sponsorship programs, humanitarian relief, community development, and social development programs. ANCOP believes that education of the poor child and his family is key to poverty alleviation. ANCOP also provides humanitarian relief through medical missions and is expanding its mission work to Mexico and Central America.
At the very end of our medical mission for San Mateo. So there's these two ladies that come to me, and one of them comes straight and says, "We have been waiting you guys for so long, and you guys are God light that we have been waiting for a very, very long time."
My name is Augie.
And Sharon De Leon,
And we are ANCOP advocates from Virginia, USA. We love ANCOP because it equates to loving our neighbor.
We love ANCOP because it's an opportunity and avenue for us to be like Christ to others.
And loving our neighbor is our expression of our love for the Lord.
ANCOP USA seeks to forge partnerships with individuals and organizations that share its vision of helping the poorest of the poor and transforming lives. With ANCOP, you can demonstrate a tangible, long-lasting impact on the life of a child, their family, and ultimately their community. Together, we can transform lives, one student at a time. Sponsor a child today.
Hello and welcome back to the SciStorm Esports Network. I'm your host Chicken Man here for your weekly esports results and highlights. This episode we've got the 6 Major Mexico, the VCT Challengers Playoffs, and the Call of Duty League Championship. So let's get into it. One of the largest Rainbow Six tournaments of the year kicked off in Mexico City this week as the top 16 teams from around the world gathered to find out who is the best.
Team 1. It took about a miracle for Team 1 to get here, and with always taking some more damage, it looks like Team 1 have it within their grasp. A small entry point for Team Empire to get in, and they'll fight back and forth. Levy doesn't see it. Oh! Down goes Ali Mao. All it is Lagonis in a 1v2, as Empire need to get that diffuser down. 5 seconds left, but it's been surrendered. And do you believe in magic, Michael? Because I do, and Team 1 does, as they win the Mexico Major.
Parker, they are that team!
After a hard-fought and close series, Team 1 took the 3-2 over Team Empire in the finals to become the 6 major champions. Speaking of huge tournaments, the Call of Duty League held their $2.5 million prize pool championship this week. The Atlanta FaZe and Toronto Ultra fought it out in the finals.
30 more points and RC's back off spawn, able to take down 2.
Here we go!
The crowd on their feet again. FaZe can feel it. They're putting Ultra away. They're stacking up deep. They're putting them down. They're into the blender. 15 for the chip.
Cruise missile in. It's the finale on the main stage. He blows up his teammate, but it's not gonna matter.
There's enough time in the point, but they'll get cleared out. But look at the minimap. FaZe are in. It's the guts. It's the glory. It's the championship for FaZe.
After taking first place in the season standings, the FaZe backed it up with the championship win to take home the crown. Next up, let's check out the VCT Challengers, where the remainder of the Stage 3 playoffs finished up this week. In Brazil, the Keyed Stars took out Havan Liberty in the finals. Both teams will be heading to the VCT Masters.
Que já aparece, entra em ação, mas está sozinho, vai finalizando o jogo, a Vivo Cage é a grande campeã!
In the EMEA region, Gambit Esports took the top spot, with Supermassive Blaze, Ascend, and G2 Esports qualifying along with them.
Brave, we're down to 3 to try and deny it. Gambit on the verge of walking away in that first position, that first spot. Nats again, just coming alive, enjoying himself, just running rampage through SMB as Russ is your last man alive. As Gambit now moments away, and there it is. Gambit are the EMEA Stage 3 champions, and my God, do they deserve it.
In Southeast Asia, the 16 teams from across 5 sub-regions were narrowed down to the top 2. Bren Esports from the Philippines and Paper Rex from Singapore are the qualifying teams.
The irony just ticks on away. Brent now went for it. It's all up to Benkai. And the age of SCA, it shifts through the times. But are we in a new era? Are we gonna get enlightenment here? Is this gonna be Bren Esports heralding a new day? Welcome to the Renaissance as the kings of SCA will be crowned. It's Bren Esports with a clean sweep versus Paper Rex.
And in Latin America, the top 2 teams from each region, North and South, fought for the one available spot. KRU Esports emerged victorious.
Quédate que busca la cuadra, pero Melzer que tenía que confirmar y Melamente es el 12 contra 1. Se mantiene, podría terminar todo aquí. Cruz porque está buscando, se va a encontrar a Melzer en cualquier momento. Simplemente termina por llevar la división astral, saben que viene para el sitio. Y Masino que está en el suelo. Melzer que los termina por confirmar. Y con eso, que es el 1 contra 1, termina por caer. Cruz que son los ganadores.
All of those teams will be joining the ones from last week at the VCT Masters in Berlin, which starts the 10th of September. We'll have the results and highlights from that big event, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. There was also a non-VCT Valorant event this week. The Nerd Street Gamers Summer Championship had 16 teams battling it out.
In overtime, if you can make it through. Cloud9 Now maintaining that same coverage that they've had to be for a minute. But this is big. We did has made a lane over from mid, but the response from Vanity is good. He immediately throws a snake bite over towards side. It's not going to stop the plant by any means, but there will be trades. There will be kills. Vanity and Leaf with 2. Now this puts C9 up in the advantage. Viper's Pit is ready. The domain expansion makes the domain a bit bigger for C9. NRG has to fight this. The fuse going through. It's out half. Text from behind. Not gonna find anything. And Cloud9 have their day in the sun. Cloud9 are your Summer Champs champions.
Cloud9 Blue able to take the win there over NRG. Now let's head on over to Counter-Strike, which has a whole lot more going on this week than it did last week. ESL Pro League Season 14 started up with Group A, playing through all of their matches.
Perfect utils. Too many players on T-Roof, really. You don't want everyone up here. All right, I mean, Cole are expecting an A play. There's no doubt about it. And it's going to come their way. Contact, and JKS again gives us the goods. He can't keep doing them like this. 3-4 for JKS. Get him out of my sight.
Get him done, mate. Justin Savage sends him back to the Shadow Realm.
It's absolute savagery here, Harry.
Heroic taking the top spot in Group A. The other 3 groups will be playing over the next 3 weeks. The ESEA Season 38 also began their group stage, playing through the first few matches.
Arky holding it down the B site, fence off. Jackie rotating in from Sandbags, but Akuma still looking to take the B site, just in a teammate and Water, just able to land that initial headshot onto Dem coming out of Monster. Surgis looking to bring things back to the Akuma side. Nice pick as he comes out from Sandbag area there. Sensi able to find Arky and Maturis as well as he whips his AK.
Rezu running it down middle, will go into alt once more. Ajax to fall first. Mills will trade. Still in 4v4, but up on Banana. Pendulum goes 1-for-1. CXCI with a trade. 3v3 now. Scotty getting control of apartments. The Flames will hold him at bay. Only one player holds down the C side. That is Cynic. But Chu has CXCI down to right, holding the flank. Cynic 1 Beals another. Goal down to Mills. Walled through the apartment's corner. And will flush Cynic into the open, but he still hits the shot.
Gonna be Apex. Oh, it's actually gonna be Mingovi though. Immediately walked in though. Callum isn't shy of holding it. Double up with a flashbang from Dirty. A shot from Jimmy. Another one from Thomas. What does Dirty have to bring to the table? Sees one. Almost frays onto a second valiant effort from Dirty. But in the end, it's still Fury.
We also had the Elisa Invitational Fall, which played through round 1 of their Swiss stage matches.
Involved. Where the flash is, will the AWP get forced back? No, he won't. Drops that bomb. Refaces the second. He's a little bit off. Nade's involved, but Twitchy past pillar. Gets one frag. Backup's rotated towards CT. And Spargo gets a double. It's all on Sunny. 10 seconds to fend off 3 CTs. Get a bomb plant. And Spargo's having none of that.
And the European Development Championship played through groups A and B this week.
Driving the knife even deeper into the open wound of Honoris. Oh no, Denislav finds one more. White is looking rather tragic. Duplicate finds another. Neo catches Duplicate. 1 versus 4. Ladies and gentlemen, if Neo were to clutch this, it would be historic. I don't know if he has it in him. Finds the first. Denislav round the corner, catches Neo. Oh my goodness gracious me. What a finish.
Group C and D will be playing next week in that. Moving on to Overwatch League now, where the Countdown Cup finished up their tournament weekend.
Which does get the D-Mech, but they need a little bit more than that now. Potentially, if Muse can go down, it might just be winnable for them. But with the Fortify in play in the Immortality Field, they have so much brawl to try and play into this one. With the Supercharger and the Amp Matrix, the damage is almost too much to try and overcome, and Leave is trying his hardest. Impeccable Immortality Field there in the final moments. Chengdu do not want to give this one up. Gaga moving over to the signature hero, but eventually he will be tracked down, and nobody can touch the point. The Los Angeles Gladiators are going to be taking away the Countdown Cup finals.
The LA Gladiators take down the Chengdu Hunters in a close 4-3 finals there. We also had some Overwatch contenders action in both Korea and Australia.
Really need to get, so that's a little bit of a punish there.
I mean, it's O2 Blast showboating when they're ahead, and they will be punished for it, probably deservedly so, but we're looking at a situation where Finn actually goes
over towards a Zen where he instantly
There's
gets
Zen
fragged,
ready.
and it's definitely, synergistic with his composition. Dragon striking the Dragon Blade should be the finisher.
Yep, the double dragon combo is Maka already down. Now the blade out. Here we go, looking to slice across onto Boonjo. We'll be able to get the D-Mech onto Violetta as well. Maybe even the platform. No, not quite. We'll just get her the old-fashioned way with a quick melee, and that's going to get it over the line. So it ends up taking a bit of a turn.
Welcome back, everyone. This is League ANCOP Series, our ANCOP fundraiser. An esports tournament with League of Legends. Again, these the funds are generated all through viewership. So I want to thank everybody who's been watching all these games from the very beginning since July. We started in July, so it's been 2 months now. If you haven't done so, hit that sign up, subscribe button, or actually sign up and log in button and register for an account. And go ahead and hit that follow button in the bottom. And so I'm Seth. I'm joined here by Chalet and Raph. We're about to start game 2, but we are at championship match point here for SFCTT1 T1. Joe Momma's down to their last life. So Raph, what kind of adjustments or what do you think Joe Momma's gonna do here, to prepare for this very, very important game for them?
I gave it some thought as we were on break, and if I'm Team Joe Momma, I would actually take a different approach, right? A lot of the times you try to beat the other team at their own game, and Team SST Telecom is very good at working as a unit and collapsing very quickly. And so, I'll take the loss. I'll say, hey, you know what? They are faster than us when they make decisions, right? So guess what? Let's go with a split push strategy here, where once they leave their lane, right, and they collapse somewhere to keyline in the jungle, let's commit to just pushing in the lanes. And so you have these players like maybe a Yorick top or that Jax top, Fiora, these types of champions where if you leave lane, they will punish your towers, right? That's another strategy that they can consider.
Okay. Chalet, what do you expect here in terms of bans and picks? What do you predict that they're gonna do here in terms of Joe Momma's side and SFC Telecom T1's?
If I was on Team Joe Momma's side, I would focus on, the champions that were poking them down during that game. Like these ideas would be the Jhin. A good recommendation of a ban I would probably do is that Vel'Koz. Because from what I, just replayed that game in my head while we were on break. You had the Jarvan, you had the Jax, just jumping on Team Joe Momma, but in the back you had that Vel'Koz just shooting skill shots and just dealing all this damage along with Filipino Bro doing the exact same thing. And while Team Joe Momma's trying to fend these people off, that's jumping on them, these people in the back are just killing them. So, I would just try to find some way or somehow to counter that, that poke comp that they have, and just trying to find a way to get back to the carries.
So what type, Shelly? So what type of unit comp would you form to counter that specific strat?
I mean, I'm kind of biased because when we played SFC, our comp was, the dive comp. You saw it with the Nocturne, the Dianas, whatever we had. Gotcha. Someone who could just get to the carries fast enough. And once the carries are gone, you could deal with everybody else. That's what I would think of in terms of an adjustment that I would probably make. I saw that Team SFC struggle against that, so, why won't I try that? But I haven't seen Joe Momma with a dive comp like that. But maybe, they have good players on their sleeves along with Joe, team captain. They can make the right adjustments, so I wouldn't be surprised to see what they do.
Great. So we've started our bans and picks, and it's gonna start unfolding exactly the comp that they're gonna pick. I'm excited to see the outcome of this game number 2. I'm really hoping for a third game. I don't want it to go 2-0, but we'll see. So, gentlemen, take it away.
Thanks, Steph.
So I'm actually glad to see Keyline pick up the volley bear here, right? He's been great with that champion throughout the entire season, and funny enough, Barely Noah picks the Echo that Keyline played last game. We do see the top laners picking champs that we, at least I didn't expect, right? We see the set with Chicken Wings and the Kale on Neilio, giving a bit more sustain in that fight, right? Neilio using the Kale ult, but Set is such a huge bruiser type player where he's just so tanky and deals so much damage. He's going to be an impact player as well. We see Big Buiho with the Heimerdinger here, going to go for an even more safer pick, though the Malzahar was open and wasn't banned. She opted to go for Heimer, but we do see Chips going to pick up the Ashe. Looks like they might perform a trade here. But interesting first 3 picks so far.
Yeah, man. I think I wanted to go back to a comment that Carlo made. I think a week or two ago. I don't know which one it was, but in terms of comfort picks, and it's good to see on Team Joe Mama side that Volibear and then Heimerdinger. These two champs that Team Joe Mama have been playing consistently. Like, it's nice to see them again. To bring them back into the game. It's kind of surprised not to see them in the first game, but second game is nice to see.
Right. We do see the Vel'Koz ban, like you mentioned. I'm thinking here that they might go for another poke comp where they have maybe a Xerath mid, right? A Ziggs mid, even something that just throws out all of these pokes. We don't see the supports in yet. Zyra is open, right? So there's still potential here to have a very poke comp, but we do see the Ryze pick. Looks like Chips Kaloy and I'm Filipino Bro will be making that trade here. Ryze has an ult that does teleport, him and any players within his circle, right, a place in the map, so that does give him some global presence. That's gonna be huge, right? We did see the Shen on the side of Team Joe Mama last game, but now we do see the Ryze with that global presence on the side of SSC Telecom now.
I think the last pick is coming up here. Let's see what Trillion picks here.
The Soraka, allowing Team SFC to stay alive longer with the heals. It's going to be huge. The silence also against Team Joe Mama.
Wow, Star.
Very, very beefy comp coming from Team Joe Mama.
I like that pick.
I don't think they're going to go for that split push strategy that I mentioned earlier, right? It's going to be, again, which team collapses first, right? We do see that big beefy team that's coming out of Team Joe Mama's champ select here against SFC's also quite beefy team, but we do see a bit more mobility in the Echo being able to slip in and out, right? The Ryze being able to ult into fights, really putting Team Joe Mama in a bad position if he times his ult correctly. It's really going to be about which team makes the play, right? That the play we talk about where they just start steamrolling. Like game one, I do expect a trade-off early game, right? Both teams trying to get a feel for each other yet again, but one team is going to make that one play where it just steamrolls through.
Yeah, man. And, just from looking at the comps, I'm really liking the change that Team Joe Mama did. You have this Volibear and this Alistar that can get into the team. So, it's kind of like a comp that Team SFC had in the first game, half of the team is up in the face of the other team while the other half is just doing damage in the back, and that's what we see here with this Alistar and this Volibear. So I want to see how SFC handles that.
Right, and Team Joe Mama, when they do secure objectives, they need to do it in a very aggressive fashion. When I say that, I mean that we have the Barely Noah on the Echo, where we saw him steal drag last game, right? And that's been a common thing that he's been doing throughout the season. And so Echo going in, taking the objective with the smite, and then ulting his way out, that's going to be something that they're going to have to deal with. And so if I'm Team Joe Mama, I'm zoning, Team SFC out here. And that's what I mean about being aggressive with these objectives, really making sure that it's uncontested, if possible.
And also to point out too, I know we did see Soraka come out earlier in the series, but just a word of advice for new players, and also just a word of advice for Team Joe Mama. If you want this game to end and you want to win, you have to get rid of this Soraka, because like you noted, Raph, this Soraka is going to start healing this Team SFC throughout the whole game, and the longer the game goes, the harder it is it's going to be for Team Joe Mama to, just to get rid of the enemy team. So they got to do it right. So hopefully they know that that's the game plan. Hopefully that's part of the game plan, just taking the Soraka out. But yeah, this champ on Park Jisu might be a problem.
Yeah, we saw bot lane from Team SSC do very well last game, right? Despite having the early lead with Waka Waka in CS, I'm Filipino Bro remained patient, kept farming up, dealt damage, and he was exactly where he needed to be, right? To deliver that damage in all these team fights. So, both teams, whoever the shot caller is, they definitely need to get everyone on the same page and moving as a cohesive unit, because we already know that either team here is very capable of taking the game away by working the team play.
Absolutely, Raph. I couldn't agree more, man. And also too, wards. Again, on the first game, we did see a lot of wards coming out on the side of SFC, and there was some on Joe Mama's side, but I think it died off because all the wards were getting, taken out and cleared off the map. But there were a couple times where I did see that, you know, some team members of Team Joe Mama were picked off just because of the sight of wards. So again, wards would be an important part for both teams. So, you know, get information, figure out where everyone is, and, you know, you could probably get a catch and, you know, try to snowball that game.
Yep. And so as we head into game 2 of the LAS finals of our pilot season, I want every viewer that's on the stream right now, drop in the comments in the chat who you think will walk away with game 2. Will Team SFC Telecom walk away with the 2-0 sweep here in the finals? Or will Team Joe Mama contest it, pushing a game 3? Drop your predictions down below. Let's see what everyone thinks here. And you know what? We'll find out what the results are after this game. But here we are. We're going to load in to the game 2 of the LAS finals here. Charlie, who do you think is going to walk out victorious in game 2?
For right now, I mean, it was a very convincing showing for Team SFC, but again, I think from just the team comp, from what it's looking like, I still got to give the edge to Team Joe Mama. That Alistar pick is a good favorite of mine that I've seen, and also with this Volibear, Keylime has been amazing on it for the past couple days. You know, these two champs are two champions that can get on the carries, and I feel like Team Joe Mama could take advantage, so I will give it to, you know, Team Joe Mama this time. How about you, Raph?
I do want to see a game 3, right? This is the finals.
Yeah, I do.
We saw in game 1 that both teams are very capable of taking the game. And I just think that Team Joe Mama is not going to go down without a fight here, right?
Absolutely.
And so in our first very pilot season of LAS, I think Team Joe Mama is going to put on a show. So game 2, I believe, goes to Team Joe Mama. Not to say that they're going to take it in a very deciding factor. In a very deciding method, but Team SFC is going to put in a good fight. And I'm excited to see how the ADCs play against each other in this game. Waka Waka is not the type of player to go down like he did in game 1. And so I think here he's going to make a big statement, right? But nonetheless, we do still have the top laners going at it. Early in game 1, we saw them just simply exchanging, right? Trading blows, but neither of them going down to the other, right? We also saw in mid lane that was the same for the early game. However, Chips Kaloy did start to peel off, getting that solo kill against Big Buiho, and then started steamrolling the moment he did collapse on those team fights. I think Team Joe Mama is going to walk out of game 1 with the lessons learned, apply it to game 2, and walk out victorious.
I agree, man. Yeah, Team Joe Mama, they are a team that's good at making adjustments, and yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this game would be a little different than the first one.
Right. And so we do see both teams starting in their own jungle here. However, Keylime is starting in the top side, so it looks like he's going to change up his jungle route. We'll see if that makes an impact in the early game here. We do see Set just farming up top. Chicken Wings just getting that first wave, right, as Nelio starts to join in on that top lane exchange. You see bot lanes fairly neutral here. And it looks like Keylime went straight from red to his bottom side jungle. I think because of the last game, right, both junglers met up top because they cleared the very same jungle camps as they approached that top gank. But now we see a difference in the jungle route, so we'll see how that plays out for these two teams. Nelio taking in a ton of damage from Chicken Wings here. And Chicken Wings is now pushing in that top lane. Both top laners do have TP here. And both mid laners also have TP here. Now, the TP does go into the favor of Chips Kaloy. That TP will pressure in that mid lane against Heimerdinger. And then with the Rise ult, he can still roam, right? Making him very mobile when it comes to team fights and collapsing. So I'm looking to see some plays from Chips Kaloy here. Alright, so both junglers now still in their own jungle, but on the opposite sides of the map. We may see a Keylime gank, right, against this bot lane, trying to get bot lane ahead, right? Not making sure that I'm Filipino Bro is kept in check. However, Barely Noah is in the top jungle, so we'll see if they secure a kill on Nelio, trying to get that set ahead, right? Get Chicken Wing steamrolling. Mid lane here looks fairly neutral so far. Keylime is deep in the enemy jungle, looking to gank here. Looks like bot lane is trying to disengage. I'm Filipino Bro is taken by Trillion. Goes down to the hands of Keylime here. What a great play, right? If I'm Team Joe Mama, that's exactly what you need. You want to make sure I'm Filipino Bro is kept in check. And as I'm Filipino Bro is waiting to respond, Waka Waka is now going to look to push his CS lead even more.
That was a great gank, man, by Keylime.
Great gank. Keylime is looking to get Scuttle here for that early vision in the bot river. He is going to reset here. Same with Team Joe Mama's bot lane. Barely Noah still farming his own jungle. We'll see if that results in a top lane gank. But there is vision in that top river with that Scuttle. Very crucial there, right? If there was no Scuttle vision there, Barely Noah could have easily walked up to top lane because Neilio is pushed up and Neilio would have gotten down. Chicken Wings here looking to engage on Neilio, delivering some damage. Neilio does trade back, but Chicken Wings is zoning Neilio out, preventing him from farming. Neilio first to reach level 5. We'll see if he does anything with that. But now bot lanes are now in the bot lane. Soraka just trickling back into lane here. Both junglers are on the top side. Keylime clearing out the birds. And it looks like Barely Noah here just hovering around that river. They do have vision on Barely Noah, so it looks like Keylime is going to look to have a little skirmish with Barely Noah, but nothing results of that. Both junglers around the mid lane. Doesn't look like a gank will result. But Park Jisoo over here, you know, warding deep, because we did see Keylime gank right from their own jungle, and so that pink ward in their own jungle should let them know if Keylime is in their jungle, preventing one, him taking away jungle camps, denying Barely Noah a farm, and two, preventing another gank, a deep gank that Keylime did earlier. Keylime is on the bottom side here as Drag is up, Barely Noah is up top. Both teams still don't know where the enemy jungler is. So we'll see what each jungler does. We see Barely Noah hovering up top against Neilio, and it looks like Keylime's looking to gank bot again. Trillian able to engage. Neilio taking in a ton of damage. We see the set ult here, and Barely Noah secures the kill on Neilio, while bot lane gets away from the Keylime gank. Keylime, knowing that Barely Noah just ganked top, may be starting Dragon here. We'll see if SFC Telecom responds. We see Big Buiho rotating first. Like I mentioned, the team that rotates first will secure the objectives, will win any team fights. But it looks like Team SFC Telecom will let this Dragon go, but it looks like they may be collapsing here. Can they contest Dragon? It's going to be a 4v3 against those in Drag. We see Waka Waka still in lane. Chipscoy dealing some damage.
Oh, they're good.
Hovering around Scuttle right now. Trillian did recover some health. Top laner still up top. However, Chicken Wings does have TP to support his team if a fight does engage. However, both teams de-escalate what was going on in the Dragon Pit and go back to their respective lanes and jungle. So good job by Team Joe Mama by securing the drag. Team SFC was a little late on that rotate. But like I mentioned, the first team that makes that decision to go for something, right, will win this game. We'll see how Team SFC responds. Again, there is no sizable lead just yet. There is a gold lead to the side of Team SFC Telecom, but the first drag goes to Team Joe Mama here. Waka Waka and I'm Filipino Bro neck and neck in the farming. However, Chips Kaloy is leading mid lane with almost double Big Buiho's farm. Up top, it's a bit tied, but Chicken Wings does have the lead, right, with that one assist from the gank earlier. Both junglers have 1 kill each. However, Keylime is a little ahead, I would say. So again, this game is still far from being decided. Neilio looking to deep ward here, making sure he has vision if Barely Noah does try to take Rift Herald or gank.
Little fight down here.
Big Buiho and Chips Kaloy having a little trade. Waka Waka now with a 10 CS lead. We'll see how that results in bot lane. It looks like Trillian did engage on I'm Filipino Bro. He does burn Flash here. Waka Waka following up with more damage. So they take away I'm Filipino Bro's Flash, but I'm Filipino Bro dealing damage back to Waka Waka. Keylime here supporting Neilio with Barely Noah's gank. Nothing results of that top lane gank from both junglers. Big Buiho taking some damage here in the mid lane, but it looks like it still remains neutral between the two. Chips Kaloy still having that sizable CS lead. And bot lane just trading blows here. Chicken Wings looking to engage on Neilio. Neilio does dodge that ability. Key Lime is at Rift Herald, though, with Barely Noah at his blue buff. So we'll see if they do trade or if they do bump into each other, resulting in a trade or even a couple kills. We do see Chips Kaloy rotating first.
Here they come.
So we'll see how this plays out. Neilio now following. Same with Chicken Wings here. Key Lime does spend Flash. The Flash brings Barely Noah into their jungle. Rift Herald is still open for both teams, but Team SFC Telecom is in the Rift Herald pit here. We did see Chips Kaloy rotate first, and that's what zoned out Big Booey Ho, forcing Key Lime to flash over the wall, escaping death. Rift Herald still open, with Vision going to the advantage of Team SFC Telecom. Bot lane here still farming very well. Alright, so quite a quiet start so far, aside from the Dragon, and even then, both teams decided not to engage in a team fight there. So we see what we saw in game 1, right? The early game was fairly even, and that's what we see here. However, Team SFC Telecom does have the gold advantage. Looks like almost a 2k gold advantage, and I believe that's because the top laners and the mid laners are out farming their opponent, right? Dragon will be coming up in less than a minute here, so we'll see how each team sets up for the Dragon. Right, we saw the first one, Team Joe Mama. They were the team that rotated first towards that objective. We see mid lane pushed up here. Barely Noah is within the vicinity to gank Big Booey Ho if she does overextend. However, he is going to make his way down bot. Looks like he's going to make the preparations needed, right, for this Dragon, as Key Lime is in the top side of his jungle. Right now, Team SFC Telecom looks like they're going to set up for an in-lane gank with Barely Noah going into the bushes in lane.
Uh-oh.
There is no vision for Team Joe Mama here, so if Barely Noah does remain patient and wait for Trillion to engage, right, he is able to respond with an in-lane gank. But it looks like he's just going to back off, right? He knows that Dragon is up. Key Lime is mid, and so Barely Noah is going to want to have the first step over. Secure some vision. Looks like a ward. Yep, a ward was placed down in Dragon. Both junglers not going for drag just yet. Looks like they're going to farm up in their own jungle as each lane continues to farm here. The score is 1-1, but there is almost a 2k lead to the side of Team SFC Telecom here. Chicken Wings engaging on Neilio here, dealing some damage, dropping Neilio down below 50% health. Both top laners waiting for their TP. Neilio having his TP up first, so we'll see how that plays out. Scuttle is up for both junglers, so we'll see if any of them make a play to have that vision advantage for Dragon. It looks like Barely Noah is there. It looks like Team SFC Telecom is first to make a decision here to collapse on Dragon. They've secured Scuttle here. Will they start drag? Nope. It looks like they're just going to back off as Team Jomama trickles in the Dragon pit here. Slower rotate. Fortunately, Team SFC Telecom did not start that yet, not forcing a fight. They do have vision on Team Jomama, clearing wards by Dragon. Are they trying to lure in a team fight here? Chips Kaloy is going to rotate from mid lane to that bush, but nothing quite yet. Still a quiet setup for Dragon here. Key Lime opts the back here, looking to buy some items before going for Dragon. Both teams having vision on that objective, so they know if the other team is starting. Both opting not to start it yet, but bot lanes have reset. Barely Noah is within the vicinity of Dragon, so he can have that first step if he chooses to do so. Big Booey Ho is spending teleport to lane. She's going to look to push mid lane here in as Chips Kaloy does back. This will give some prio towards Dragon. Both top laners... No, sorry. Only Neilio has TP. Chicken Wings doesn't. And so if I'm Team Joe Mama, I'm going to make the shot call to go straight for drag, right? We have Neilio's help. However, Chicken Wings can push in that top lane. So we'll see what each team decides on. Key Lime drops Rift Herald mid. pushing this lane in, right, to put some pressure. We do see Park Jisoo coming in to support that mid lane, but it looks like Team Joe Momma is going to be the first to rotate towards Dragon. Will Key Lime start that? Nope, it looks like he might be looking for a gank here, or at least clear some vision. Oh, here we go. We see Trillian and Key Lime, the two big beefy boys engaging on I'm Filipino Bro, and he goes down to the hands of Waka Waka, making Team SFCTT1 pay for Park Jisoo's roaming mid, right? And that was a great play by Key Lime to drop Rift Herald mid and force that attention to go up top there. We now see Barely Noah here backing up Park Jisoo, but I don't think it's enough to contest drag here. Barely Noah is level 8 and has ult, so he can look to steal Dragon. They're dragging the Ocean Drake out to secure it, but Barely Noah is coming in. We see the TP spent by Nelio here. They take down Park Jisoo. Waka Waka with the kill. It looks like him as an ADC is going to get big here. Barely Noah still in the vicinity, looking to see if he can make a play, but just backs up as Trillian zones about. Barely Noah going in, but Key Lime does secure the Dragon. Barely Noah spends his ult and flash. Great play by Team Joe Momma to secure that. Great attempt by Barely Noah, but spending a little too much trying to contest that Dragon, right? Now they know that Barely Noah does not have ult nor flash. But in return, Chicken Wings pushes top like what we predicted, right? Nelio's spending TP to help secure that Dragon. But Waka Waka walks out with 2 more kills. We do see Waka Waka 2-0 right now in the bot lane, leading in farm, leading in kills. And so that should result in more damage output from that Xayah. Great job by Trillian and Key Lime for that gank. That must be a scary sight. If you're I'm Filipino Bro and you see 2 hefty boys coming down, right? You're like, you know what, man? I'm going down here.
Yeah, man, that's it.
But yeah, so far, that's the most action we've seen, right? It looks like each team playing for objectives here. Both teams still looking to fight in lane, but both teams also doing a great job of disengaging whenever one team does get too aggressive. Each jungler is farming up well, right? Making their presence known in all of the objectives, but Key Lime here with a slight advantage, securing Rift Herald and securing the first 2 dragons. So great job with Key Lime's jungle presence here. We see currently what a comfort pick does, right? We see him with that volley bear, and if this does go to a game 3, you know, if I'm Team SFCTT1, I'm banning that volley bear. There's no way I'm going to see that big boy come down bot lane again. All right, so Chicken Wings does have the first tower top lane. He is still pushing it in, so I do expect Chicken Wings to make some plays mid lane, maybe even move down to secure Rift Herald, which looks like it's going to happen right that top side as Key Lime is invading the enemy jungle here. Team SFCTT1 does have vision on Key Lime, so they do know he's around the area. Barely Noah then makes a decision to go for Rift Herald, so that goes down uncontested. Nelio looking to see if he can just get some vision to confirm this, but I'm not sure if he can contest it at all. We see Chips Kaloy rotating first yet again, right? Just to secure the objective. It looks like Chips Kaloy is gonna ult in to prevent Nelio from backing to his own lane. Nelio is forced to spend his ult, but I don't think it's enough for him to walk out alive. Chicken Wings does secure the kill against Nelio there. Top lane now increasing their gap, right? Not only did he get the first tower, but he does get a kill on Nelio here. Nelio is waiting to respawn, and so that's more free farm. We do see the engage on Chips Kaloy here by Key Lime. Another TP gank. Big Buiho does secure the kill as Key Lime walks away. That comfort pick in that volley bear, I told you, that's huge for Key Lime. But Barely Noah making the smart decision, right? He knows that top lane is pushed in. He knows that Nelio is not there to contest it. Drops Rift Herald wisely and takes down the second tower top lane. That is huge map pressure. And so if I'm bot lane, right, though I have the lead, you are still worried about that top lane. That top lane pressure is going to lead to more Rift Heralds. It's going to lead to the next Baron, right? And now, look, we see Chicken Wings in the enemy jungle just because Nelio is pushed in so far. And so if I'm Key Lime, now I need to start warding my own jungle, right? In fear of Chicken Wings invading just like that. Big Buiho looking to just poke down Chicken Wings, but nothing much is going to result of that. I gave it to I'm Filipino Bro for keeping up with farm here against Waka Waka. Despite dying twice already, he is still farming very, very well, and that's what you need from your ADC, right? Barely Noah looking to gank here, but it looks like Team Joe Mama is going to wisely back off. Chips Kaloy is rotating bot too, and it's because Dragon is coming up soon, right? The first two going down to Team Joe Mama. Team SSC Telecom definitely wants to get this third Dragon, right, to make sure that they're still in the game when it comes to objectives. Team Joe Mama does still have the kill lead. However, overall, Team SSC Telecom has the gold advantage by roughly, you know, a K and a half here. All right. So, Dragon coming up soon. Key Lime is backing to reset. Bot lane is pushing in for the side of Team Joe Mama. However, Barely Noah is there. So we'll see how each of the mid laners play this out. Both top laners are going to have TP for this Dragon. So I think this next Dragon may force a team fight, right? A 5v5. For those tuning in, though I'm Filipino Bro is down by 2 kills, he is still farming very, very well despite dying twice, right? So don't count him out. He will still deliver damage. And so we see here that there is a 1k gold lead in the side of Team SSC Telecom despite being down 2 kills. It's because they're doing such a great job farming, and you know, Chicken Wings doing a great job of capitalizing on Team Joe Mama's commitment to the Dragon. They were able to push 2 towers top, getting the Rift Herald. It looks like Key Lime goes down to the hands of Barely Noah as a team. Team SSC Telecom is collapsing on Key Lime and Big Booey Ho as the third Dragon is up. It looks like they will secure this. They have tied the kill count to 4-4, making their gold lead now roughly 3k. Getting this Dragon is going to be huge for them. Chicken Wings is now, oh, not Chicken Wings, I'm sorry. Chips Kaloy is TPing up top to make sure Nelio does not make them pay for that. Great job by Team SSC Telecom for collapsing so quickly on Key Lime to secure that third Dragon. And just like that, Team SFC showing that they're not out of the game, right? We have these back and forths between these two teams. Trillion engaging on I'm Filipino Bro. Waka Waka attacking Park Jisoo. Jisoo does spend his ult, but is not enough to walk out alive. I'm Filipino Bro and Waka Waka exchanging here. Waka Waka does walk out with the double kill, but I'm Filipino Bro does take down Waka Waka. That's huge for I'm Filipino Bro. If I'm not mistaken, did Waka Waka have a bounty on him? He did,
yeah,
right?
He was 4-0 at that point, and yeah, that 1 kill, so he's 4-1. So yeah, I'm Filipino Bro did get a bounty from that. It's huge.
That is huge. Bot tower may go down for Team SSC Telecom as Trilly pushes that lane in, but maybe not, does not have enough here. Keelan does secure Scuttle in Baron. So right now Team SSC Telecom pushed in, but still in a gold lead here. Keelan is in the enemy jungle. Alright. Chips Kaloy farming extremely well here, has broken past 200 CS. Keylime engaging on Park Jisoo here. I'm Filipino Bro is here to help. Keylime is all by himself. Big Booey Ho is slow on the rotate. Keylime was a little overextended. It does walk out with the kill on Park Jisoo, but I'm Filipino Bro now gets the kill on Keylime, right? That's the person you don't want to give a kill to. We saw what I'm Filipino Bro can do when he's fed. A little overextended by Keylime. So Big Booey Ho is going to look to defend mid tower here. Trillion does rotate to defend it. Bro is forced to spend flash here as Trillion tries to engage. Now Chips Kaloy is up against Waka Waka bot lane. Trillion making his way down. We'll see if they can make something out of this. Nelio engaging on Chicken Wings as Chicken Wings puts down a ward. But the pink was used by Nelio to clear that. Trillion engaging on Chips Kaloy here. Waka Waka delivering that damage. Chips Kaloy is below 25% health. Goes down to the hands of Waka Waka. Waka Waka yet extending his kill lead here. Extending his gold lead Waka Waka is going to be that impact player for Team Joe Mama here as Barely Noah goes in on Trillion. Waka Waka follows up. Deals some damage to Barely Noah. Barely Noah does not have ult or chooses not to use it just quite yet. We do see Key Lime here with Big Booey Ho engaging on I'm Filipino Bro. He gets the stun on I'm Filipino Bro. Waka Waka with the follow, and Key Lime secures the kill here. Team Joe Mama responding against Team SST Telecom's attempts to get ahead. Just like that, Team Joe Mama has closed the gold gap here, right? Chicken Wings is now going bot to help out as Nelio pushes top. Trillion zones out the rest of the team, and Team SFC Telecom is forced to just back off. Great team play and great shot call by Team Joe Mama there. Keylime and Big Booey Ho rotating bot, right? Securing more kills after the takedown that Waka Waka did on Chips Kaloi. Keylime making a big impact with that stun. I'm Filipino Bro just could not get away from it. And so Nelio takes top tower here, right? And now we see Team Joe Mama with a 1k lead. All right, both teams just farming up until the next dragon is up. Nelio is now leading in CS, but Set does have the 2 kills. So I'd say top lane is still a little even there. It looks like Barely Noah is going to gank Nelio here. We'll see how this turns out. Nelio is forced to ult here, trying to get away. The movement speed is a little too much. Still spends flash to secure his escape. With Barely Noah up top, Keylime is going to make his way towards Dragon, but Team SSC Telecom wisely pushes in mid to put some map pressure here. What will Keylime decide? Will he go for drag? It looks like Team Joe Mama's plays to go for drag as Big Booey Ho goes down to Chips Kaloi here. Mid lane goes down. Trillion trying to hold on as Keylime secures Dragon. Does Trillion walk out of here alive? Fence flash here. Barely Noah still chasing. Barely Noah ults out as Filipino Bro deals damage, but it's not quite enough. Keylime here now to secure the kill on Filipino Bro. Waka Waka outputting this damage. Will he go down? Not yet. Takes out Chips Kaloi. Goes down shortly after to Barely Noah. Trillion and Keylime looking to still engage here against Park Jisu and Barely Noah. They do get away as Keylime backs off. We do see Chicken Wings rotating as Nelio is pushed in his own lane, but nothing more will come out of that. So here, right, what we just saw was Team Joe Mama deciding to take the Dragon, right, in exchange for the mid tower. Shortly after they got Dragon, Keylime and Waka Waka did collapse mid. However, both ADCs go down. And yeah, the gold count for both teams is still even despite having the 11-8 lead here by Team Joe Mama. Team Joe Mama does have 3 dragons, making it very, very difficult for Team SSC Telecom to decide to push again if Dragon is up. Right? They definitely want to stop the soul point here. Alright, so the next objective is Baron. Dragon won't be up for a while. And so we see Team Joe Mama hovering over that Baron pit. Right? Park Jisu and Chips Kaloi still on the bottom side here. There we do see 3 mid on the side of Team SFC Telecom. Nelio free farming top here, pushing in that top lane. But we do see Chicken Wings out here as Keylime attacks I'm Filipino Bro, takes him down. Chicken Wings is now defending mid tower. Barely Noah is trying to do the same. But Team Joe Mama here is in a 4v2 push against mid. Nelio pushing top as well, applying that pressure. Trillion looking to zone them out. Engages on Barely Noah. And the rest of the team is following up. They're looking to take down mid tower here as Nelio takes top tower. Chips Kaloi in the bot lane. Park Jisu did back to help defend mid lane here. It looks like Team Joe Mama will either rotate top or go for Baron. Will they reset before doing so? It looks like they're going to make a push here in the top tower. Chips Kaloi is a little caught out. Waka Waka dealing some damage, but taking tower damage here. Nelio is forced to spend his ult. Chicken Wings is caught out.
Waka Waka.
Sends his ult. Chicken Wings not in a good position here, but is able to get out safely. Chips Boy dealing some damage to Key Lime. Key Lime does use the stopwatch here. Walks out, but is that enough to walk out alive? Chicken Wings deep in the fight here. We do see the Ash ult. Trillian does take one of that damage, but it looks like Team Mama goes down here in the hands of Team SFC Telecom. They are able to successfully hold off their push top lane. Big Buiho did take mid tower, but it looks like the 4 are chasing after her. Team SFC Telecom is in a great position to take Baron here. Waka Waka is trying to take Scuttle for that vision, but we'll see what Waka Waka does. Waka Waka is going to back, but Team SFC Telecom here looks like they're going to make a push for Baron. Uncontested. Big Buiho is still hovering around top jungle to see what she can do. Park Jisoo taking out some vision, but Big Buiho delivering some major damage. I'm Filipino Bro here with a DPS against the Baron is huge, right? Allowing them to take down Baron fairly quickly. Waka Waka trying to see if he can make a play here. But Team SFC Telecom does walk out with the Baron buff.
Oh,
Both teams here going back and forth. This is exactly like game 1, except it's extended into the mid game. Right?
Yeah.
Both top lanes are now down to the inhibitor towers. Right? However, Team Jomama was able to make that mid push, leaving an exposed inhibitor mid. Right now, the gold lead does go to SFC Telecom despite the 2 kill lead that Team Jomama has. Again, because of the farm that these laners are doing so well gathering. Just Kaloi's gold lead is very, 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 very high compared to Big Buiho's here. But Waka Waka still leading in kills. Still leading in CS, and Neilio was able to catch up with CS, so Neilio is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with here. Team Jomama is in the Dragon Pit. They're looking to secure that soul point as just Chicken Wings is up top. Barely Noah is caught out a little bit. Soraka is forced to spend her ult. Park Jisoo is taking in damage. Neilio does secure that kill. The Ash ult hits Waka Waka. Waka Waka takes a bit of damage, but is able to walk out alive. It looks like they're just going to make a quick dragon here as Chicken Wings does push for inhib up top. SFC Telecom not backing down as Team Jomama has not yet started dragon. Waka Waka is going to back to hold off the set. Elam starting to drag now. Barely Noah is within the vicinity, but Trillian is zoning him out. Great job by the Alistar there. However, blue team steals Infernal Drake, preventing the soul. And Chicken Wings takes down Waka Waka as he tries to defend base. This is huge for the side of SFC Telecom here. Chiskaloi is low. The rest of Team SFC is low here. Keelam looking to engage, make them pay for stealing that dragon. But both Big Buiho and Keelam go down here. Trillian trying to hold off Chicken Wings' push to their Nexus. Oh man, Team SFC Telecom making a great play.
What a
Chicken
steal.
Wings left unaddressed there. And like I mentioned, the pick, Barely Noah's pick with that Echo is a recipe for some stolen, dragon steals. And we just saw that here. Crucial dragon steal, right? If Team Jomama walks out with that dragon, that would be soul point. But now, not only did Team SFC Telecom steal dragon, they did push top lane all the way to its inhibitor. So now top lane does have that pressure with the super minions. And Team Jomama now not looking in a very good position, despite having that 1 kill lead. So to all of our league players watching, kills aren't everything. They don't tell the full story, right? What we see here, if you look at the stat sheet, the farm makes such a big difference, right? Objectives make such a big difference. And at the end of the day, team play makes such a big difference, especially in higher elo plays. So now the dragon count is 3 for Team Jomama and 2 for Team SFC Telecom. SFC Telecom does have a 4K gold lead despite the 1 kill advantage that Team Jomama has. We'll see how this game plays out. Top lane does have a sizable advantage here when it comes to the lane for the side of Team SFC Telecom. The inhibitor is down. Same for mid. That mid lane inhibitor is down, so they do have that map pressure. So whenever the next objective does come up, Team Joe Mama is going to be put in such a tight position or decision to make. Waka Waka continuing to farm here, looking to get to full build as soon as possible and force some team fights. And now Team SFC Telecom is warding deep, right? They do have the advantage. They're looking to pick someone off here. And what we saw in game 1 was someone from Team Joe Mama extending by themselves. If you look here right now, Team SFC Telecom is together. They're all down in the bottom half of the map, right? Team Joe Mama looks like they're gonna gather up and group up mid. Looks like they're gonna respond to the bottom push here. And yet again, SFC Telecom moving as a cohesive unit. With top and mid pushing in with super minions, SFC Telecom chooses to push bot lane here wisely. Big Buiho is stuck mid trying to push that lane out. Keylime is flanking here from the left-hand side but will not engage. And Team Joe Mama trying to defend this tower. Chicken Wings trying to zone out. Keylime does engage on him, but Chicken Wings taking on a ton of damage but does ult Keylime into the fight here. We see a 5v5 as Big Buiho rotates. Keylime is able to secure the kill on
the kill goes down,
which is huge. Now the damage is gone from Team SFC Telecom. Team Joe Mama looking to fight here as we see flashes spent from Team SFC Telecom.
The base is pushing.
But because of Team SFC Telecom's push earlier, they are forced to back to defend their base.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Park Jisoo and Chips Koloy trying to prevent as many backs as possible to keep that pressure in lane. It looks like Chicken Wings here is engaging on Keylime. Waka Waka is following up from the lane here, and Chicken Wings does back off because they did see Waka Waka starting to follow up here. One of the Nexus towers goes down for the side of Team Joe Mama in exchange for I'm Filipino Bro's death, but if I'm Team SFC Telecom, I'll take that, right? We have so much map pressure with one Nexus tower left for the side of Team Joe Mama. And as you can see here, Team SFC Telecom is now securing Scuttle in an attempt to secure the next dragon here, preventing Team Joe Mama from securing Soul. But we'll see if Team Joe Mama does decide to commit to dragon, right? The last time they committed to dragon, Team SFC Telecom did take advantage of that. Chips Koloy engaging on Trillion here. Keylime now following up with Waka Waka. Chicken Wings is taking Waka Waka's damage, but now all five are here, right? Nelio ulting Keylime. Chicken Wings does go down. Barely know what goes down to Nelio. Keylime being a great front line here to Big Buiho and Waka Waka. Waka does go down, but Keylime goes down with him. Now we see Soraka and Ash still up. Big Buiho and Nelio up for the side of Team Joe Mama. Dragon is still open. No smites here to secure the dragon, so it's up for grabs. We'll see what each team decides to do here. It looks like I'm Filipino Bro will just go for the dragon here. Big Buiho trying to deal damage to Park Jisoo, but will give away the dragon. Now the dragon count is tied at 3 each for Team Joe Mama and Team SFC Telecom. The goal lead is now tied, right? And the game is still open to whichever team wants it more. This is such a close game too. Objectives are roughly even, though Team SFC Telecom does have more towers, right? More map pressure. And so right now, I believe Team SFC Telecom has the advantage when it comes to securing Baron, just because, guess what? There are 2 exposed inhibitors. They only have 1 Nexus tower. So if Team Joe Mama does choose to commit to Baron, Team SFC Telecom can easily just make a push, right? To threaten their base. So here, Team Joe Mama is going to look to push out their side lanes, put some map pressure, right? Make sure that the super minions, or not super minions, but the waves don't come in crashing to their own base. Trillion is putting down some vision in Baron, putting down a pink ward to also clear out any vision from Team SFC Telecom. We do see each team clearing out some wards, clearing out that vision. SFC Telecom backing up because Park Jisoo is not quite there yet. Nelio is following up for the side of Team Joe Mama here. It looks like the next fight is going to be here in the jungle. A fight for Baron. Team Joe Mama's okay right now when it comes to their base. No lanes pushing in too hard. Waka Waka does get that red buff for that slight advantage in the team fight. But it looks like Trillion will back to reset. Looks like both teams are going to look to push out their lanes. This is going to be huge, how they set up for Baron here. Knowing both teams, they will commit to that final fight, and I believe whoever wins this next fight is going to win the game.
I agree. I think so. That's right.
All right, to all our viewers, you've made it this far. We are nearing the 40-minute mark of this game, right? For those who dropped their predictions, did your predictions change? And for those who didn't have a prediction, drop down below in the chat who you think is going to win, right? We're nearing the end of the game here as both teams set up for this Baron. The next team fight could result to the end of the game. So everyone, sit tight. We're in for an exciting ending to LAS Game 2. Will we see a Game 3 between Team SFC Telecom and Team Joe Mama? Or will Team SFC Telecom close out the series, the final series here? I guess both teams want you to find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Nothing much is happening here yet. Alright, lanes are pushing out. Both teams a little afraid, right? Because they know that if they make a mistake, they could easily give up the game. So they're leaning on the side of safety here rather than, you know, taking risks. Both teams still putting down wards. We do see a number of red vision down by Baron. Team SFC Telecom still together as a unit up top. Nelio now TPing. Right? Trying to be proactive. They are clearing wards. Still no fight here. Chicken Wings is pushing up top, so that wave is going to be pushing in. It looks like Trillion will back yet again. Team Joe Mama going to back here to reset. As Team SFC Telecom does push in mid. Chicken Wings is pushing top as well. Oh, they engage on Big Booey Ho! She is caught out here and they secure the kill!
Wow, what a play!
Not. Park Jisu with the Soraka ult. This is huge. We're gonna have Dragon and Baron up. We'll see what each team decides to go for. Chicken Wings is pushing top. This is big. So Team SFC Telecom is opting to choose the opposite ends of the map. Chicken Wings pushing top lane as they prep for Dragon in the bottom side. Waka Waka engaging on Chicken Wings. Chicken Wings does ult. Nelio is there in time to ult Waka Waka. And Chicken Wings goes down.
Wow, what a play.
SFC Telecom is in position to get soul point drag. What will Team Joe Mama do? Will they contest the Dragon here? Or will they go for Baron? It looks like they're going to go straight for Dragon here. They don't want to give up soul point to Team SFC Telecom. Trillion does have the first step. Keelam is following shortly after. Nelio is there as well. The Dragon goes down to blue team here. And we see a fight. Barely Noah trying to get to the backline. Does ult back. We see the TP coming down for Big Booey Ho. Keelam being a great front line. Does spend Zanya's here. We'll see what happens as this fight plays out. Nelio goes down to Chips Kaloy. Big Booey Ho taking in some damage. Delivering damage as well. Barely Noah spending his Zanyas. I'm Filipino Bro here, securing the kill on Big Booey Ho. Keyline being a big, beefy frontliner. However, it's not quite enough to take down Barely Noah just yet. Soraka's healing.
Oh, man.
In this fight. Keyline still remaining in the fight here, trying to take out that Soraka. The shields come into play. Barely Noah now almost at full health, but Trillion is coming up to follow. We'll see how this plays out. Trillion walking up to secure Keylime's escape here. And both teams walk out, both with 3 kills each. And still, the game is so close. We see both teams at 72k gold, right? No significant lead here, except Team SFC Telecom did secure a point, which is going to be huge in the next team fight. What a crazy game. We're nearing the 45-minute mark. Baron is open. Soul Point has been taken. We'll see if this game extends all the way to a team fight for Eternal Dragon. Chicken Wings now in the bot lane because he does have TP. So if Team SFC Telecom does decide to go for Baron, that TP will be spent going up there. Nelio will have his TP up shortly to respond to that as well. Top lane is pushed in, favoring Team Joe Mama here. They're pushing out mid lane. Waka Waka, however, is in the bot lane. So if Team SFC Telecom does jump to Baron, they will have the first step on that. Trillion trying to zone them out here, clearing out wards as they put down their own. Barely Noah engaging on Trillion. Barely Noah is a bit caught out. Keylime looking to engage. Waka Waka goes in. Barely Noah spends ult. Big Booey Ho is forced to spend Zanya's here as Chips Kaloy deals some damage. Nelio spends ult to save Big Booey Ho. Chips Kaloy is now trying to get away, but goes down to Waka Waka. Barely Noah's trying to go in. Trillion does zone him out. Is stunned by Big Booey Ho. What a great play by Big Booey Ho there with the stun. Takes out the enemy jungler. Team SSC Telecom is now forced to back off as Team Joe Mama goes for Baron. They're going to take this and try to make a big push to secure game 2. What will they choose to decide? What will they choose to do here? They're going to back. They're going to reset. Use these Baron empowered minions to make one final push. Can SFC Telecom defend this team push? Right now we see a 2k gold lead to the side of Team Joe Mama. Not quite significant. They still have Dragon Soul here. But that's a great play by Big Booey Ho. One, she did lure in Chips Kaloy, right? Nelio came clutch with that ult, keeping Big Booey Ho alive. And then the stun on Barely Noah is what secured the Baron there. Great job by Heimer, making the team play, securing the kill on the enemy jungler, and thus resulting in a Baron for the rest of the team. Great job by Team Joe Mama there in all of the follow-up and working as a unit there. Chips Kaloy got a little too hasty going for Big Booey Ho. Looks like they're going to make a push here mid lane with the Baron empowered minions. But Team SFC Telecom doing a great job of wave clearing.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Nelio pushing bot lane here. And so we're going to see Team Joe Mama just apply this pressure. Team SFC Telecom's base. Keylime looking to engage, but wisely backs off. Barely Noah looking to go in here with the stuns, but goes down to the hands of Waka Waka. Trillion, being that DP Alistar, does take all that damage, walks out without dying. Keylime is rooted here, but the Nelio ult saves Keylime, and now it's a fight to finish out the game. Waka Waka taking in damage from I'm Filipino Bro. Now Chicken Wings going deep behind, but Big Booey Ho is able to use Zanya's to protect herself. Keylime gonna go down here. Now Team SSC Telecom retaliating, taking down Team Joe Mama. What a game! Wow. That is an ace for the side of Team SFC Telecom. Are they going to make a push to end the game here? Do they have enough? Now, Team Joe Mama here has roughly an average of a 45 respawn timer here. They're going to make a push for both inhibs, top and mid inhibs. I'm Filipino Bro doing such great damage. What a fight! And it looks like they may just end the game here, making a push for both inhibs. Worst case scenario for Team Joe Mama is that Team SFC Telecom does not end game, but gets Eternal Dragon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, may end the game too. This is such a roller coaster of a game. We see both teams really duking it out, right? When you think one team has the lead, the other team retaliates. This is just a great performance by both team captains with their shot calling. Right, the decisions made, the plays being made by each of these players, right? Both teams, all players are making a significant impact. There is no one X factor here, right? When we see I'm Filipino Bro go down, the rest of the team does make up for that, right? When Waka Waka goes down, the rest of Team Joe Mama makes up for that. But here it looks like they're gonna all fight for Eternal Dragon, right? Another 5v5 fight. I think this is the one that decides it all. We'll see which team makes the play here. SSC Telecom backing up. Right now there is no base pressure for the side of Team Joe Mama, so they have no urgency to go back. So this should be a 5v5 fight between both teams here. Team SSC Telecom starting the Dragon here so that Team Joe Mama takes the damage up front. I would be careful with Barely Noah stealing Dragon here. We see the Ashe ult engage. We see Chicken Wings trying to go in. Blue team steals Elder Dragon. And now it's going to be a fight. We see Team SFC Telecom going down to the head of Team Joe Mama here. I'm Filipino Bro trying to stay alive as they all go in. They're trying to engage on that Ashe. Will they be able to catch up to him? Big Booey-Ho wisely TP's mid. She's going to make a push to end game in their base. Eli is chasing down I'm Filipino Bro. Gets that attack off. Neilio does secure the kill. And Team Joe Mama is going to pull out the upset in game 2 with the win here. What an exciting game. Despite Team SFC Telecom stealing Elder Dragon, Team Joe Mama pulls out with the win in that team fight. We're going to see it game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned. Such an exciting series. What a game. Woo! I'm pumped. I am so hyped. My goodness. Oh my gosh. What a final series, ladies and gentlemen. If you tuned in for the first time in LAS, you tune in at the right time. What a final series. We see SFC Telecom with game 1, Team Joe Mama punching back with game 2. It is such a close game. Both game 1s and game 2s, man.
Whew. Whew. Yeah. I'm still catching my breath here and I'm just watching. No, I mean that was crazy because every time you think the other team is about to win, right? The team that's behind makes the necessary plays to come back, and then they push to win, and then the other team comes back, and it was just back and forth.
Oh man!
How many dragons were stolen in that game? I think it was just a matter of who made the last play that mattered the most, and I think that was Joe Mama, Team Joe Mama here. Whew, but you know what? Let's take it's gonna be a quick break this time. So while we set up for our game number 3, we can talk about that after the break. Just give us a chance to take a breather and run to the bathroom if we need to, but we'll be right back.
Stay tuned, y'all. This is crazy.
Stay tuned, man.
Even so, it was only a matter of time, and it's not off.
Take that Arne and Doris, but Black Clover's going to try his best here on the Ashe to see if he can clutch up to the side of Wilby. They've got a lot to hold to, and they don't have that much time to play around with either. Cuffer takes down Snow, so both the supports are on the reinforcements here for the side of Wilby. Ayanami's going to get it done.
So
Black Clover's going to die to Priest in a full clip. So this will be ground zero, just pushing their advantage against Wilby, and they start to crumble, Kev. There's not much left here on the defense. They need a massive play coming out from some of their DPS, but that's going to be it. It's going to be all she wrote in ground zero. They get the 3-0. We had glimpses coming.
All right, let's dive into some Dota action now. We've had a lot going on this week, including the start of the ESL1 Fall Season Main Tournament.
Signs that they're not going to be able to go immediately throw out the Guardian Angel. Chris Luck, though, over here trying to push damage over into Koifa. There's the Chronosphere. They want to just get rid of this Omni Knight, but they just aren't able to do it because the Guardian Angel, it's back up again. Hector forced back with nice stun over on the high ground. Stinger running away, Schofield, he's nearby. He's trying to do whatever he can to try to keep him alive. Does have the snowball, will turn back around. The Decrepify, though, comes out. The Shark, they turn it around. They get the kill on Schofield. Lysania, though, does fall on the back lines here as Hector, he's silenced. They just cannot get anything. Just over here on Beast Coast when Hector is handled like this, and they call the GG.
The group stage for that is nearly complete, and the playoffs begin this coming week. Meanwhile, the Dota 2 Champions League Season 3 started playing their group stage matches.
Смена радиус атаки Лины. Вот это да. Цепляют Лину после байбека. Но что дальше? Инвокер. Привязан инвокер. Инвокер минус. Есть байбек. Надо байбекаться. Джекерос байбекнулся. Лил Плеб. Есть ульта. Нажимает ультимейт. Почти ничего и не своровал. 12 стаков всего-навсего. Сларка пошла ульта Трента. Видят Сларка минус.
Байбека нет. Это good game. Well played. Инвокер тоже после байбека. Браво, пакчампы. На самом деле, после первой такой игры.
The BTS Pro Series finished up their Americas region with Team Undying taking down No Ping Esports 3-2 in the finals.
On the Void Sphere, he stuns him all down to the backside of the vacuum, setting him up, knocking him down one by one. 4 heroes dead. Undying have finally done it as they close out the grand finals. Game number 5, the reverse sweep. It actually happened, Nev.
The OGA Dota Pit China also finished this week. PSG LGD taking first place with a 3-0 in the finals over Elephant.
Pull it down onto the two of these heroes. They look over the faces. Boy, they've got the Doom out. They'll get the kill on a one. That's going to be an instant stay, but Yang trying to run away with the BKB. The sharpshooter! It's going to miss. Eurus is in deep. He's got the BKB, but he's taking so much damage from Ame. He stands his ground. The three-man burrow strike from Faith Beyond. Ame looking to clean up the rest. They've got the silence onto FY. They'll take out Super. Triple kill for Ame, and it's a clean 3-0 for LGD. They will take a clean sweep. The average game time is 25 minutes. They look so good as they dominate. They take out the Elephant. This is LGD's circus.
In the I-League began their second season and started working through the group stage.
Preventing the long duration of the control to lock in Ebo, but maybe with actually the Monkey King. They destroyed the tree with the arena instantly pouncing. A dieback for Ulu, and now without your monkey. Oh, what a disaster of a way to end the game. Unfortunate for them that the arena can't destroy the tree. Not a way you want to go out here.
That does it for Dota. Let's leap our way over to League of Legends now, which is unsurprisingly packed with events. Start off in Europe, where the LEC is only 2 matches away from completion. The Mad Lions waiting in the finals for the lower bracket teams.
It's going to be enough as Upset takes the kill. Caps already popped the stopwatch. Look at Upset just diving forward. And Caps is down. Caps is dead. And perhaps with it, G2's hopes of any chance at a world spot. Second inhibitor's going to go down as Fnatic look for the win. They have a bot wave. Nisqy flashes in. Reckless has to flash away. Reckless trying to get away from his former team, the team that he left to join G2. And Fnatic, they don't care that you're not with them anymore. They will take you out. They will lock you down. Yankos dead. G2 dead. One day able to get one kill on the backline, but Fnatic still 4 members strong. Will rip him right back in and rip away any hope they had of making it to Worlds. Fnatic will join Mad and Rogue at Worlds for Europe, and G2 are going home. Fnatic make it through to Worlds.
In the meantime, the European Masters started up their group stage.
Krzyk, outplay z tej serii! I DK się zdecydowanie pośpieszył, ale Damian Lagerkonev ponownie zaznacza, że to nie tylko szczęście, ale głównie umiejętności. Dawaj może po pentakilla! Jest tutaj możliwość, żeby się na coś takiego zabrać. Lotus jednak zdjęty przez karciarza i Kresowi też się należało. Simiwak jednak piękną zabawę prowadzi w samym środku, w sercu bazy przeciwnika. No to co najmniej paso doble.
In Brazil, the CBLOL is down to the finals as Rensga Esports and Red Canids are set to fight this coming week. The same is true in the LCK Challengers League, where the Gen G and Afrika Freaks Challengers teams are the 2 finalists. The main LCK tournament is also at the finals, where Damwon Gaming and T1 will battle for first place.
And now he's got a back, and there you go. 1 inning game. Who cares? Here comes Kana. We're just gonna be bursting down everybody, as life is gonna try it so much for your combo. You don't have anything against Teddy in this game. Nothing. As T1 are gonna take down the Nexus, and they will make it to the finals of the LCK, and they will secure their world spot.
The LCS Academy is the only bracket that is actually finished up, with the Team Liquid Academy taking down C9 Academy 3-2 in the finals.
Or it is lost for Cloud9. It could be Team Liquid's victory back into the match. Isles is able to rout off our mail with King. Cloud9 are able to take down Harry as well. And just when we thought Team Liquid, look at the base, the TP from Darshan. Darshan could look at the end of the game. It's just Darshan fashion right now. Nexus turret will fall, but Darshan might not have enough time to be able to take down the Nexus, but he's gonna go for it, Grubs. He's gonna have to hop, skip, jump all over the members of Team Liquid, but the rest of the members of Cloud9, they can just walk up. We're going to Game 5!
Over in the PCS, they have a few matches left to go as they enter into the semifinals this week.
Putting the finishing touches on this game. They're going in. Koala down. Jimmy has to fight off 4 people after the Zhonya's. He's got double Zhonya's, but that doesn't change his positioning. He's dead. Machi take this to Game 5, but they aren't able to hold J-Team down. Taipei, J-Team head on for a final meet.
The LLA is set to play their grand finals this week between Infinity and Estral Esports. The LJL is down to their last few matches of the playoffs, as is the LPL, where the semifinals begin this coming week.
Forward
from Shanks. Scout Force out. Here's Slicing Maelstrom. Can EDG hold on is the question. Heartbreak comes out. EDG jumping in. But WE have too much power. They have too much strength. And they are desperate to rewrite history. Vengeance against their old rivals as they reset once more. They push the waves in slowly but surely. 30 seconds on the Elder. In goes Breathe. Mako will fall. Everyone will fall. Viper taken out. And WE, they upset history. And they make their name in the LPS.
And to finish us off, the League Championship Series only has 2 matches left to go. It's down to Team Liquid, 100 Thieves, and Cloud9.
Could be enough as they walk in 2 waves at once, quickly cleared by the Rise, and now they go onto the turrets. TSM must fight, and Sword starts it off. Knocked in here as well, but do they have what they need? Here comes Diana, pulls in 3, big damage. This could be the death knell. Cloud9 in for 3, Cloud9 in for 4, and Cloud9 will end TSM's year. Cloud9, North America's best international team, are headed back to Worlds.
All that means we're nearing the end of this season of League Esports. The winning teams will be qualified for Worlds, although it's still a little up in the air when and where that will be taking place, but I'm sure we'll have plenty of tournaments in the meantime. And that will take us to our last game of the day, Street Fighter V. The Capcom Pro Tour started back up with the Central America East region playing this week.
This is Mena. Mena's in now. That's all he needed was one opportunity here. Trades on the wake up. Tries to beat it with the air-to-air. Doesn't get it, but he doesn't get a grounded hit either. So scrambles on scrambles. But no charge. My goodness, it's so unfortunate he didn't have the charge rate because the cross. So blows that up and resets with the throw. He's able to take the
Welcome
lead
back.
from it.
This is LAS, League ANCOP Series. This is our final day of Season 1. I'm Seth. We have KJ Freedom in the production behind the scenes, and joined here also with Chalet and Raph. And boys, what a game too. You know, I wasn't talking. I know Raph has lost his voice screaming throughout that entire game, but I was at the edge of my seat. I was nervous the whole time. That was crazy. And you know, as you guys are, we can ask KJ to show the bannings here while we talk about this game. But you know, one of the things that sticks out to me here, as you guys have mentioned earlier, you know, during the break, is they didn't ban Volibear. And from what I remember, all of the big games that Joe Mama's won, especially in the playoffs, was when Key Lime had Volibear. What do you think is the reasoning behind not banning him at this point? Chalet?
To be honest, I don't know. Like, I'm looking at this now too. When we played him, you know, Team Jomo, we didn't ban this Volibear either, but it causes so many problems. I guess here with SFC, I think they have enough confidence in their team to figure out, like, hey, you know, we can stop this. I mean, game 2 it didn't work out that way, but like, I mean, they left it open. If I was them, I would have taken it away, but it's here. I mean, maybe they have something that they know something we don't know, but I don't really know. I can't really answer that, Seth.
Well, Raph, from the comp here from SFCTT1, right? Anything that you see out of the ordinary? Anything that they can address some of these issues that they face in game 2?
So in game 2, right, we did see Chicken Wings left alone top lane, and he did push in that lane all the way up to Inhib and almost taking the one Nexus tower. That was done with a set. And now he's playing a Jax. If Team Joe Mama goes with the same strategy, you know, where they focus that dragon and leaving a Jax untouched top lane, that is going to be such a problem. And so they definitely want to keep Jax in check early on, right? Team Joe Mama did go. What's surprising is they went with the same team composition they went last game, right? Why change something if it's not broken? But you know, Team SFC Telecom making the adjustments here. Now the question is, are those adjustments enough? We'll find out with game 3.
Yeah, we'll find out. But you know, this is it. This is the final game. Winner takes all. There's no tomorrow. There's no game number 4. I'm not sure, but there are no draws in League of Legends, right?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
Nope. So a game will end, and we will crown our champion for Season 1. I know Chalet voted for or expecting Team Joe Mama to win here. You know, before the match began. Are you still standing by Team Joe Mama here?
Still standing by it. I'm not changing my decision. Game 2, they won it. They pulled it out. So maybe it might give them enough momentum to close it out. So yeah, Team Joe Mama, that's me.
All right, so they have the momentum clearly right now. What about you, Raph? Any change in your prediction? Are you leaning on one way or the other?
I do change my prediction. I think Team Joe Mama is going to walk out here. I did say whoever wins game 1 wins the series, but that game 2 was just so influential for me, right? It changed the tide of the game. So my vote goes to Team Joe Mama here.
Yeah, there was a point there in game 2 where I thought SFCTT1 T1 had the advantage. They had the at one point in the mid game. They had the Baron buff. They got even the Elder Dragon, and they had 2 inhibs already down, and they had an ace. And at that point, I'm like, oh, this is over. They're just gonna go mark and win it. But for some reason, Team Joe Mama turned the tide. They killed enough heroes for Team SFC to go back. And then they turned the whole game around, and that was really impressive. I'm really looking forward to this game number 3. And quickly, lastly here, before we have 1 minute here before we start, any surprise picks here from either team that you don't normally see? Because normally this is the last game. You pick your what you guys say comfort picks, pick your best heroes. But anything here out of the ordinary that you guys have seen, based on this regular season?
I think my surprise pick here is the Taric pick, right? We saw a lot more major or caster type supports from Park Ji-suk, but now we do see that Taric, that beefier support. So we'll see how that plays out.
What about you, Shelly? Anything sticks out here that you don't normally see, that you haven't seen in this season?
Well, the only one that I would think of, we just saw it, is Neilio's Kale. We've seen Neilio, of course, on Swain as he's amazing on that champion, but he is amazing on Shen, which is a team play champion. With this Kale, we saw last game, he was able to, hold off chicken wings on that set and also deal tons of damage towards the end, because we all know, people who play League, that Kale, once the game goes later, she starts scaling and getting stronger, and we saw that towards the end of the game. So that's a pretty, different kind of pick I've seen, Neilio picking here, and it's working. It's pretty good.
Final game. It's like the 7th game of an NBA season, the finals. This is the last game. All,
here it is.
Here, I couldn't have asked any better conclusion to this season, and I'll turn it over to you guys to cast it. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Seth.
All right, so here we are, Game 3 of the LAS Finals. I want every single viewer to drop your predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Is it going to be Team SFC, Telecom, or is it going to be Team Joe Mama, right, for our winners of the LAS Finals? Man, what an exciting series, right? Regardless of the outcome, it's been a Hollywood ending to the LAS Season 1. We get a finals that goes to Game 3, where each game was, back and forth between the two teams. It wasn't one team, making a deciding statement that they were going to win this game. Both teams playing for pride, playing for that championship, and playing for each other, right? So now we do see both teams here warding down. Surprisingly, Team SFC Telecom did not jump on the opportunity to take out Trillion there.
So close right there.
I know. But both teams really playing out, this game safely. It looks like both teams have champions all throughout the jungle here, making sure that no team is invading. And yeah, it's going to be yet again a safe start from both sides. It looks like each jungler is going to start on the bot side, right? In Game 2, we did see Key Lime start on the opposite end, right? And start off the game first blood, ganking bot lane. However, both junglers are going to meet up top, at least in the top jungles, at the same time. So we'll see how this game plays out. I wonder what each team is going to do, right, differently from Game 1s and Game 2. Or if they're going to stick to the same strategy, right? But what we saw in both Game 1s and Game 2 is that, again, the first team to get that first step on the rotates, on the objectives, typically walks out with the victory.
Absolutely.
All right. So I think here the key matchup is going to be the ADCs again, Waka Waka and I'm Filipino Bro. Last game we saw Waka Waka get the early lead, and he just kept the damage output, right, at a very high level, which helped his team secure the win. One thing I also wanted to note is the late game of Team Joe Mama really came out on top last game. We saw Neilio scale with the kill. We saw Big Booey Home make some plays outside of her lane, right? We know her as that safe player in lane, but she made that great play to secure Baron last game. We do, however, see some X-Factor players from the side of Team SFC Telecom. For example, the Chips Kaloi, right? We've seen also Barely Noah's Dragon Steals. Insane, right? With the Echo going in, taking drag, and going out. I don't think people understand how difficult that is mechanically, one, and to just have that focus and mechanics. We do see Key Lime here with the first gank up top against Chicken Wings. Gets a stun off. Nelio dealing some damage. Chicken Wings is forced to spend his flash here. Will they secure the kill? It looks like Key Lime with the first blood. Barely Noah a little slow on the counter gank there. Trillion engaging on I'm Filipino Bro. But Park Jisoo is able to stun Waka Waka, preventing any further damage being delivered here. So bot lane looks about even. Farm is just slowly going in the favor of Waka Waka, but as we can tell, as we saw in the past 2 games, right, either ADC is very capable of catching up on farm. Here we go, Trillion engaging again on I'm Filipino Bro. Park Jisoo does miss the stuns here, so they do, Team Joe Mama does win in that exchange bot lane. Alright, both mid laners roughly the same farm. We did see Chips Kaloi last game almost double Big Booey Ho's farm by mid game. We'll see if we see the same laning performance we saw last game. We do see Scuttle getting taken by Barely Noah here. Will he gank shortly after? It looks like Team SFC Telecom is looking to engage. Barely Noah does go in with the EQ, but it's not enough. We do see Waka Waka punishing Barely Noah for ganking. And nothing much is going to come out of that. Barely Noah back to his jungle at half health, but his smite should easily replenish that health. Key Lime did get to back here. So we do see him with a couple more items going into the setup for Dragon. One thing I like to point out is I commend Keith for buying that early pink ward, right? He's going to go take that over to Dragon, clear out any vision that exists. But Team SSC Telecom does have the Scuttle vision there. You can't get rid of that. Chicken Wings engages on Nelio. Chicken Wings level 4 while Nelio is level 5. The wave is in favor of Nelio here. Big Booey Ho pushing in the Anivia in lane, which we haven't seen too much of. Dragon is coming up. Both junglers are on the bot side of the map here. The Scuttle Vision should be wearing out shortly. Key Lime still has his pink ward down to clear out anything. Will he drop it here in the tri-bush? Doesn't look like it. He's just going to clear with the sweeper. Team SFC Telecom does see Key Lime here clearing out ward, so they back off wisely. Scuttle Vision is still up, but they already know that Key Lime is down there. Will Team Joe Mama make a play to secure the first Dragon? Barely Noah is up by the Raptors, so it'll be quite a walk over to Dragon if Team Joe Mama does decide to start that. Nelio still has teleport for this early Dragon, as Chicken Wings spent his TP already. But as we saw last game, if you do leave Chicken Wings unattended up top, he will make you pay by taking your tower, by farming. You definitely don't want that. So Key Lime's been hovering around this Dragon. Looks like he wants that. They don't have vision on Barely Noah just yet, so they haven't started the Dragon. Chips Kaloi is below 50% health here. Big Booey Ho pushing in that mid lane, right? Chips Kaloi now engaging on Big Booey Ho, knowing that she has low mana, but Big Booey Ho's tower is dealing a good amount of damage to Chips Kaloi. Barely Noah is still on the top side as Key Lime starts Dragon. Nelio does have TP, like I mentioned, to contest Dragon if Team SFC Telecom does step up. Now Trillion and Waka Waka do rotate as they head towards the bot lane. Yep. Looks like the first Dragon will go to Team Joe Mama. We saw this in Game 2, where Key Lime ganked bot, secured first blood, and got first Dragon. And now in Game 3, we see somewhat of a similarity. Is that a sign that maybe Team Joe Mama will win Game 3? I don't think so. Team SFC Telecom has shown time and time again that, you know, any game is theirs for the taking, right? That they're never out of it. And one thing to prove that is the gold lead, right? For those watching, despite having the first blood, despite having the first Dragon, the gold count is even, dead even between the two teams, right? And that's a praise to SFC Telecom's farming ability. Chicken Wings engaging on Nelio here. Doesn't get the stun off. Neilio trading back some blows to Chicken Wings there. Mid lane is even when it comes to pressure. However, Chips Koi is now starting to peel off with more CS than Big Buoy Ho. Right. Key Lime here does have more farm than Barely Noah, but they are the same level at level 5. We'll see what level 6 plays come out here. Key Lime does hit level 6. Will he look to gank soon? Chips Koi is engaging on Big Buoy Ho. Will he get the solo kill on her? Big Buoy Ho does get out safely.
Very close.
Charlie, I know you've played against Big Buoy Ho mid several times, and I know it can be so frustrating when you go in, right? Looking to kill Big Buoy Ho, but she always walks away alive.
Gets out. She knows how to get out of these tough situations every single time. It's crazy.
Exactly. And you know, sometimes that's enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not giving a kill to the enemy team. So, great play by Big Buoy Ho there. Right, bot lane is still even despite all the trades that we've seen. We have seen a gank each from both teams, bot lane. The first successful gank did go to Team Joe Mama up top. We'll see what each jungler does here as Rift Herald is up and both junglers are on the top side of the map. Park Jisoo is stepping up with the Tark, does miss the stun there. Key Lime is on Rift Herald. Barely Noah is coming up. Will he gank or go contest Rift Herald here? Neilio is pushing in lane. Chicken Wings does engage on Neilio. Barely Noah goes for Neilio here, but no engage there. Key Lime is still on Rift Herald here, but Barely Noah dropping down. Will they run into each other? Neilio does escape death once again from Chips Kaloy. Now, Barely Noah and Key Lime are in Rift, both contesting that.
They're all going.
Chips Kaloy is going down. Neilio does have the first step. Barely Noah does ult on Key Lime. Red team takes Rift Herald. Barely Noah is going off with these smites. Chicken Wings engaging on Neilio. Neilio is able to get away, but Key Lime goes down, but so does Barely Noah. But time and time we've seen Barely Noah with that smite play. Great job by Barely Noah for taking that Rift Herald. Did they actually get the Rift? They did. We see an exchange here in bot lane. Trillion here by I'm Filipino Bro. Waka Waka now getting them with the stun. I'm Filipino Bro taking a ton of damage, but Park Jisoo does get the stun up. Waka Waka is able to secure the kill. Now Park Jisoo's trying to get out. Trillion zoning Park Jisoo. We'll see how Park Jisoo plays this, but it looks like Waka Waka is just gonna force the flash. But yeah, great plays from both teams. Trillion doing a great job of engaging on this enemy bot lane. Waka Waka doing a great job of closing out these skirmishes, right? But Barely Noah with the steals. Barely Noah with the steals. You know, that's huge. When you're a team that's, you know, prioritizing objectives, you almost have it, and the enemy team takes it. It's demoralizing most of the time, right? But I give it to Keith because we've seen, 2 or 3 dragons stolen last game, but Keith remained in the game. He remained tilt proof, right? He trained the mind before entering the finals.
Yeah,
and guess what? The team needed that. Came out with a win. So here, Dragon will be coming up. We do see Key Lime now in the Dragon area. Like what we saw before, Key Lime is carrying pinks here to clear out any wards. He's being proactive with the vision game. And that's going to pay dividends, right? Key Lime clearing out wards. Though Team SFC Telecom does have a number of pink wards down there by the Dragon side. We do see 2 pink wards there. Barely Noah is still up top in his own jungle, though Dragon is about to respond. Will Barely Noah look for a gank here against Neilio? Hasn't been a successful top gank yet. Neilio's able to get out successfully after each gank attempt. Big Buoy Ho here playing safely, but Chips Kaloy looks like he's going to have the lane pushed in and is now going to rotate towards Dragon. Barely Noah making his way to Dragon as well. It looks like Key Lime's already started Dragon. Trillion and Waka Waka following up here, putting some deep wards in, clearing out the pink that they've seen there. But Big Buoy Ho is here. Key Lime did secure Dragon. Barely Noah was in the thick of the fight. Waka Waka taking out Barely Noah. However, I'm Filipino Bro is here delivering damage. Trillion is able to stun, but not enough. to stop I'm Filipino Bro from taking out Keyline. Big Buiho is now caught out. Stuns I'm Filipino Bro, but they are looking to still continue to chase. Trillion is stuck there with Chips Kaloy, but I believe is able to get out. Big Buiho goes down to I'm Filipino Bro here, and the game is tied with the kill count of 4-4. Gold lead is non-existent for either team, but Team Joe Momma does have the 2 dragons, which will prove beneficial later on in the game. So, great job by Team SFCTT1 for responding to that dragon, right? Not going down without making them pay. And so they've tied the kill count here. They actually have the gold lead advantage now by just a hair. It's still a gold advantage nonetheless. We'll see how this plays out. Waka Waka with 2 kills here. So I'm Filipino Bros 3. So again, like I mentioned, this ADC matchup, right? It's gonna be crucial. With I'm Filipino Bro holding 75% of the kills, right? We already know where the damage is coming from. But also knowing where the damage is coming from, put the target above your head. Trillion clearing out the vision here. Park Ji-soo does walk up and stuns Trillion. Does Trillion get out of this alive? Pushes Park Ji-soo to Waka Waka, but I'm Filipino Bro does follow up here. We'll see how this plays out. Barely Noah is here. Chips Kaloy is here. You see this rotate by Team SFCTT1, but surprisingly, Team Joe Momma is able to get out of that. What a relief on Team Joe Momma's side. If you know, they must be sighing out of relief right now. That's a scary sight to see. The entire team coming after you. Great disengage on the side of Team Joe Momma. That could have easily turned the tide of the game there.
It went really bad right there.
But again, I mean, compliments to Team SFCTT1 for being, again, that cohesive unit coming down as a team, right? It's just that this time they didn't work to their favor. Chips Kaloy here, trying to clear out some vision. Barely Noah following up with Chips Kaloy. Nelio is backing. So Big Buiho will be alone here with Keyline in the jungle to back her up. Chips Kaloy has been the best farming laner in the series so far. I'm impressed by how much he farms, right? And second to that is I'm Filipino Bro, and also Joe himself, Waka Waka.
Consistent on all fronts.
You know, these great players have performed very well consistently, but like I mentioned last game, right? You can't count anyone out. You know, the same way that Barely Noah's making plays is the same way that Big Buiho is securing that dragon Baron opportunity last game. Right? The same way that Chicken Wings split pushes, applies that map pressure, is the same way that Nelio ults his teammates to secure their lives, right, when they're about to die. So each player here making such an impact. It's kind of hard to pick the player of the game from either team, really.
I'll play an important part. It's actually pretty good.
Brilliant engaging here, but Park Ji-soo forces to use the ult. Now we see the Xayah ult here. I'm Filipino Bro taking in a ton of damage and goes down to the hands of Waka Waka. Park Ji-soo now trying to stay alive, but Waka Waka looks like he's going to secure the kill. But Park Ji-soo gets out with the flash. We see a TP going in by Nelio to secure this kill. Chips Kaloy does go down with the Big Buiho with the follow is able to secure the kill. We see Team Joe Momma collapse as a cohesive unit, and this time it worked to their favor. Great job by Team Joe Momma with that follow-up. Big Buiho trusting her teammates, following up even though it looked like Park Ji-soo was going to get out alive.
Awesome team play all around, man. It's great. The response time is so fast.
Right, but you know, Team SFCTT1, you know, despite losing that fight, they're not out of the game. They're making the correct decision to go for Rift Herald here, knowing very well that Team Joe Momma is in the bot side of the map, right? Again, this is why both teams are in this, regardless of how the team fights play, is because they choose, right, to make the other team pay based on their decisions. Just because Team Joe Momma, you know, secured the kills down bot, doesn't mean that SFCTT1 cannot capitalize with a Rift Herald up top, right? Now, we've seen time and time again Jack split push. And I would have loved to see that Rift Herald go to Chicken Wings so that when Nelio does back, right, he can drop that Rift Herald. Keyline is now engaging on Barely Noah here. Big Buiho does follow up, forces Barely Noah to flash there. Great play by Team Joe Momma there, forcing the summoner spells. Barely Noah does have the Rift Herald here, so we'll see how he plays out. and drops that Rift Herald. Nilio does secure the first tower up top, applying that map pressure. Looks like there's going to be another fight here in bottom river. Barely Noah is caught out by Keylime. Trillion does follow up. Barely Noah again does not have the flash, but Chipskoy does drop the wall. Big Buyo delivering some damage here, but runs out of mana and is unable to follow up. That's enough to drive them back, and Team Joe Momma can cop on this third dragon. Unfortunately, Barely Noah did walk out of that fight low in health, so we will not see another Barely Noah dragon steal here. This third dragon will go to the hands of Team Joe Momma. Great play by Keyline for catching him out there. Nilio also doing a great job of pressuring top lane here, right? Forcing Jax not being able to roam as much, right? I know he doesn't have teleport, but even if he did, it would be a costly decision if he did choose to teleport down to support his team, just because Nilio would continue to push that top lane. Trillion does miss the Alistar combo, but Waka Waka's damage is enough to prevent a counter engage from Team SFC Telecom's bot lane there. Alright, so we see in top lane, Nilio with the lead, 20 CS above Chicken Wings. He does have 1 kill to Jax's none. Both junglers roughly even, but Keylime securing all the objectives so far. Rift Heralds have gone down for Team SFC Telecom though, so I will point that out. Big Buyo does have 1 kill to Chips Kloy's none. However, Chips Kloy is farming extremely well. In the bot lane, however, we do see both ADCs with 3 kills apiece. However, Waka Waka does have the slight CS lead, but like I mentioned, I'm Filipino Bros equally as good in farming, if not better, right? So I do expect him to catch up in farming there as well. Both supports doing a great job of engaging and disengaging.
Wait, is it engage?
Right now, here we go. We see Trillion engage in on I'm Filipino Bro. Tark Su is caught out, so that Tark looks like he's going to go down to Keylime. He does. Barely Noah is now running for his life, but Chips Kloy is there to deter them from chasing even further. That Anivia wall is so crucial in disengaging. Also very good for trapping as well. But we do see the turret go down. It looks like Team Joe Momma will make a team decision here to push mid in. Chips Kloy is able to clear the wave, trap them in that wall, but nothing more than that. And Nilio is still applying that pressure up top, keeping the Jax at bay, right? One thing to note is Chicken Wings is still doing amazing on farm. So the moment that this does become a 5v5 fight, that Jax, I bet you is going to make such a big impact. They drop Rift Herald mid. It looks like they're going to make a strong push mid, but they are collapsing here. We do see Nilio drop down. Chips Kloy is below 30% health, so it doesn't look like they're going to look to fight here. Tark does provide some shields, and Chicken Wings is now pushing and knocking at the door up top. Baron is up, but I highly doubt either team is going to go for that right now. But if I'm Team SFC Telecom, the next priority is not to give up Soul Point Dragon. So we're in a lull right now, right? Both teams putting down wards, clearing down wards, but nothing more than just that. Chips Kloy pushing in his wave.
Oh, gank.
But Barely Noah does gank Nilio. Will this be the first successful gank up top? It doesn't look like it. Nilio does spend flash against Jarvan's ult there. So still no deaths for Nilio. You do force the flash, however. Nilio securing the scuttle, which provides additional vision in the river. The great thing about scuttle vision is you cannot sweep it out. You can't pink ward it down to remove it. Right? It's there for a set amount of time. Mid lane here just pushing in their waves. Bot lane does have the wave pushed in on the side of Team Joe Momma. I'm Filipino Bro trying to keep up in farm against Waka Waka's CS. And right now, Team Joe Momma has a 3k gold lead. Big Buyo gets stunned by Chips Kloy. Chips Kloy does trap her behind the wall. Will Big Buyo get out of this? Chips Kloy is now low as well, but Big Buyo will disengage here. Chips Kloy rotating bot side. Not quite sure if he will set up for drag here with that amount of health. It looks like Trillian is clearing out wards. I will give it to Trillian for doing a great job of engaging and disengaging, as well with the ward game. You know, really supporting Waka Waka here in the engages and disengages. That's one thing I failed to point out is the support game. One, because support is my weakest role, so I apologize for the support players out there for the plays that I'm missing right by each of the players. But they are doing a great job of the wards, right? Clearing wards, putting down pinks. Looks like Keylime here did dodge the Chips Koi stun. However, Barely Noah is engaging on Keylime. Big Buiho is following. Trillian is here to help out. Barely Noah is now caught in his own ult. Does get out, but will the Ignite be enough? Waka Waka does secure that kill. We see the Jax TP. Since Barely Noah is down, it doesn't look like they'll be able to steal this dragon. This soul point will go to Team Joe Mama unless Team SFC Telecom makes a play here. Looks like they won't contest. I wouldn't contest because I don't have my jungler. But it looks like now Team Joe Mama might be steamrolling a bit, right? Though I say that, I am not counting SFC Telecom out of the game whatsoever. We saw last game that we thought one team had it, and guess what? The other team came back, right? So, still a game, ladies and gentlemen. Just a 3k gold lead here on the side of Team Joe Mama. They do have Dragon Soul. So the next Dragon will be Eternal Dragon. But right now, the next objective is going to be Baron. So I'm expecting a lane swap where bottom lane goes top and the top laners go bot simply because they have the TP, right? So if either team goes for Baron, the top laners can TP in to support their team. Bot lane's going top then makes it easy for the two champions, right? Bot lane champions to roll.
I think we lost Raph there. Yeah, but we have technical difficulties. We're losing Raph here, but you know, right now, yeah, we see a lead on Team Joe Mama. About a 3k gold lead, and we'll see how they'll be able to expand this lead. Right now, they're taking Scuttle on the bot side. I'm with Park Jisu, and I'm Filipino, bro. You know, clearing out wards, getting some vision down just to see where the other team is. And it is key to point out the farm difference. Even though like the kill difference is pretty high, but the farm difference is what's keeping SFC in the game. The goal lead isn't that bad, as we've seen throughout these whole LAS series and this playoff series. That it doesn't matter how far behind you are. You know, just one play and one mistake can affect the game. So, yeah, just as Raph said before he cut off, you know, can't really count out Team SFC. Oh, we got an engage here. Trillian going in on I'm Filipino, bro. And Waka Waka uses the ult, but misses.
All right, so am I back? Can you hear me?
You're back. Welcome back, Raph.
Great, great. So Trillian does engage on I'm Filipino, bro here. Waka Waka trying to deliver some damage, but bot lane of SFC Telecom does get out safely. Man. I was on the edge of my seat while I was having my technical difficulties. I didn't know what I was doing.
Well,
it's like the score is still the same. Gold lead is still the same.
Yep. Didn't miss much.
You know, if you are in a lull like this, where there is not much action going on, you definitely like that as a team that's playing from behind, right? That allows you to farm back up without feeling pressured to make a decision. Baron is up, but neither team has made the preparations yet, right? We don't see the bot lanes going top lane, and the top laners swapping down to bot lane. I think they're just gonna stick it out.
Yeah.
Chiskaloy is down in the bot lane, hiding in the bush. So if Team Joe Mama does choose to engage, which we've seen from Trillian a number of times, right? They will pay the price. Barely Noah is here in the bot lane as well. It might be a 4v2 dive here if they choose to do so. We do see Chicken Wings coming down, but Nelio is going to push that top lane. That is a costly decision by Team SFC Telecom. Nelio is going to take down the second tier tower here. And guess what? They've stopped the Chicken Wings back. Team Joe Mama is going to look to engage here. Barely Noah jumps on Trillian. Trillian does ult here. Does stun the Park Jisu support. Waka Waka deals enough damage to secure that kill. Barely Noah is stuck in his own ult there. Waka Waka walks out with a double kill. Now Chiskaloy is caught in a bad position. Waka Waka is trying to take down I'm Filipino Bro, but they just take out their support in Trillion. And now Key Lime secures the kill on Chips Kaloi. Nelio takes down the second tier tower up top. It looks like the next tower may go down. Chicken Wings trying to hold on for dear life and trying to defend this tower. However, it's not enough. Chicken Wings does choose to engage as bot lane goes down for Team SFC Telecom. They're making a strong push here. Team Joe Mama is taking their lead and not letting off the gas pedal, right? What a great play by Team Joe Mama to, one, identify that Nelio was pushing, two, to identify that Chicken Wings was trying to back, and they stopped the back. That resulted in 2 towers down up top, and that also resulted in almost like a scrambled Team SFC Telecom down bot. They gave up the Barely Noah death. They gave up the Chips Kaloi death, right? Right now, it looks like Team Joe Mama is having Team SFC Telecom a little scatterbrained here. Chips Kaloi is now engaging on Nelio, puts up the wall, but doesn't result in much. Team Joe Mama has increased the gold lead by 7k. We'll see how Team SFC Telecom responds to this. If I'm Team SFC Telecom, you know, I would just huddle, be like, hey, we're still in this, right? Let's not lose our game plan, because they've been doing so well up until that last decision, that shot call, right? Team Joe Mama just stopped that Chicken Wings back, which proved costly. But like we've been talking about, it's still anyone's game.
It is right. Do not count them out yet. They are the team that you should at least count out right here.
Right. So yeah, we're still in game 3. Last game we saw it near the 50-minute mark. We were just short of that 50-minute mark, right? We'll see how this game plays out. If this Elder Dragon goes to the hands of Team Joe Mama, this is going to be huge. I don't think this game will go to 50 minutes. So both teams really trying to secure this dragon. Chips Kaloi with the stun in the wall. Barely Noah jumping in. They're able to take down Waka Waka. Keylime is trying to run away. Trillion is caught out here in a bad position. Chicken Wings is here for the fight. 5v1. We know that 5 wins. They're going to go for this Elder Dragon. Will Keylime try and make a steal here against Barely Noah's amazing smiting ability that we've seen throughout the series? Big Buiho is hovering around that dragon. It looks like Team Joe Mama will look to poke down here, but I'm not quite sure how much they can do. It is a 5v3. Elder Dragon is near half health now. Team SFC Telecom is burning through this Elder Dragon. We'll see what plays Keylime makes here. Keylime trying to make this steal. Will he get it? The team secures it. Keylime is going to go down here. He ults without taking anyone down. It's now a 5v2. Chicken Wings is below 30% health. Big Buiho is going to get caught out here if she doesn't get out soon.
Hope they're going to Baron.
And just like that, SFC Telecom makes a play to put themselves back in a good position in this game, taking Elder Dragon.
Oh, they're going to
score
push.
is 11-8, and they have cut down the gold lead by about half. It is now only a 3k gold lead on the side of Team Joe Mama. Elder Dragon is now in the possession of Team SFC Telecom. They're going to look to push here mid lane. Team Joe Mama is now up. Will they retaliate? Will they defend this mid tower? Chiskoy is doing an amazing job of zoning them out with the Anivia abilities here. But the tower will not go down. SFC Telecom will look to reset here as Team Joe Mama is going to continue to pursue them, knowing very well they have not backed yet. Barely Noah, very low. Chips Kaloi below 50% health. If I'm Team Joe Mama, I'm going for Baron here. They know they're very well they're going to be backing. Looks like Nelio is going to make his way over. Chips Kaloi and who is that? Tark will remain in mid lane. They are unable to back, so not able to reset. Team Joe Mama is going to make a push for Baron here. Is Barely Noah going to get there in time? I don't think so. They're burning through this Baron here. Barely Noah will not be able to steal this Baron, and so they secure the Baron for the side of Team Joe Mama. Man, it's going to be a back and forth with these objectives. I'm going to lose my breath by the end of this game.
It's happening again, Rappy. This game is going crazy.
Oh, man. I couldn't have asked for a better game. Game 3. No, I couldn't have asked for a better series here.
This is great.
These two teams very deserving to be in the finals, and they've shown why they have come out on top. Now, both teams proving who the better team is. For LAS Season 1, the pilot season, the very first season is going to go down in the books, right? They're going to be the defending champs coming into the next season. Playing for pride here, and of course, playing for a good cause. So for those tuning in, thank you again for tuning in throughout the entire season. Your views equate to helping those in need. So thank you very much. So here we do see SFC Telecom making another push here, but Park Ji-soo is taking a ton of damage. Big Buiho is a little caught out here. They are engaging on Team Joe Mama. How will this play out? We do see that Waka Waka does secure the kill on Park Ji-soo. Barely Noah is taking a ton of damage. However, Team SFC Telecom is still delivering some, but Helium in the play, able to take them out. Now it's a 1v1 between Chips Kaloy and T-Lime. Nelio is up top pushing that, applying that pressure.
Oh my goodness.
Chips Kaloy dealing damage. T-Lime is now retreating. Nelio is knocking on the doors of the next spear, making a strong push. Park Ji-soo's gonna try, I'm sorry, Chips Kaloy's gonna try to back. T-Lime is gonna sacrifice his own health. It looks like Nelio is gonna keep pushing here. Not enough for Chips Kaloy. Nelio making the final push for Game 3 of the series. The game goes to Team Joe Mama. Team Joe Mama is your LAS Season 1 champions. What a great effort by Team SFC Telecom, but it wasn't quite enough to Team Joe Mama's push. What a great, great game. Oh.
What a game. What a series.
I need to breathe.
What a... All right, take a breather there. Yeah, I thought Team Joe Mama was just gonna snowball that victory a lot earlier than that, but SFC Telecom T1 put a valiant effort there to push back. That actually made it a lot closer there in the end. But congratulations to Team Joe Mama. I'm just waiting to see who we're gonna have here for an interview. But guys, that's a way to end the season, huh?
Amazing game.
So Chalet, who do you give the credit to, the number one reason why Team Joe Mama was able to take this victory?
Honestly, I think like what Raph said, like I can't single out one person on the team. Like every single person on that team, on both teams, played an important role. Joe Mama's team, like they all worked together. Like you saw in the second game, like the highlight, gold didn't even matter at that point. It doesn't matter about making the decisions and making the right call. Even here too, like the gold lead wasn't even like non-existent. It really didn't matter at the time. But that one play at the Dragon Pit where Team Joe Mama and SFC fought and Joe Mama came out on top, that call, just changed the output of the game. Whoever did shot call on the side, I'm guessing it might have been Key Lime or Waka Waka. I'm not sure, but unless it's a cohesive, like a team decision that they made. But whoever made the decision making on that side really played. It played a really big impact on how this series went.
What about you, Raph? Who would you give the biggest credit to here in Team Joe Mama?
I would have to ask who their shot caller was, right? Because at the very end of the game, they secured Baron, and they made the decision to send 4 to defend mid, right, against SFC Telecom's 5, and Nelio split pushing top, again, with the Baron empowered minions. So that's a great play. That's a great strat. You would take that strategy, 11 out of 10 times, and it was proven there, right? So whoever made that shot call, great job, kudos to you.
What about, unfortunately, SFC Telecom T1 got the short end of the stick here. But what do you think that they could have done better? Chalet, I mean, what do you think that they kind of fell short on?
In terms of what I think they could just do better, I guess is in terms of the decision making. The key moment that I saw in that game, the last game, was once they got, I think they got an ace or they got 4 out of 5 kills on Team Joe Mama. They got the Elder Dragon. They decided to push mid. I don't know if anybody heard me while Rafi was screaming over there, but I was like, I thought they were heading straight to Baron because, you got some of the team down for Team Joe Mama. You have the strong buff, you got the items, you got the power, you got the momentum. Why not try to take, the last thing on the map that's really important? And as we've seen in these series and this whole tournament thing for LAS, is that, you got to make some risky calls in order to get a win. And I think they should have did that. But, other than that, both teams played a good part. But I think it's just in terms of decision making. That's what had to improve.
Oh. Yeah. So joining us here, we have a representative from SFC Telecom T1. We have Barely Noah joining. And also from the winning team, we have Waka Waka and Key Lime. Welcome, gentlemen. Let's start with Barely Noah. That was a really valiant effort. I voted for you guys to win after your performance in Game 1. But how do you guys feel as a team after this game?
To be honest, it kind of stings a little bit, but we know we tried our best, and we know that literally Team Joe Mama just outplayed us in Game 3. So, you know, like, we tried. That's all we could do. We did our best, and we're proud of it.
Yeah, we mentioned it a few times if you watched the VOD, but that Game 2 was one of the best games of the year. Actually, the best game of the year, I would vote. And that Game 3 was, you know, very exciting as well. Congratulations for giving us really entertaining games. Both you guys and Joe Mama. Chalet and Raph here, do you guys have any questions here for Barely Noah before we let him go?
Yeah. So Barely Noah, there was a point in Game 3 where I suspected that you guys were a little disoriented as a group, right? There was a point where I believe Chicken Wings was stopped from backing, right? And that caused like a downward spiral, at least for that moment where you guys were separated as a unit. Would you consider that a turning point in the game at all, or was there a different event?
Honestly, like, I just got hella counter jungled by Key Lime, and you know, like I had no control of the map, like, whatsoever. Like, he was taking all the dragons. I mean, like, I stole like a Rift Herald, but like, that was it. But I mean, like, yeah, like, they just literally just outplayed us, like, around the map. They rotated better than us. You know, they got picks better than us. So honestly, I don't really know what the turning point of the game was. But yeah, great job, Team Joe Mama.
Chalet, do you have any questions here?
Yeah, I got a question for Paolo, man. Hey, how you doing?
I'm
you know,
pretty good, man.
Nice series you guys played. I just want to ask you guys. Okay, so the first game, I don't know if this was you guys' whole, you know, idea, but you know, the composition that you had. You had I'm Filipino Bro on that Jin, and then Chips Glory on that Vel'Koz, and you had Chicken Wings and yourself as, you know, two bruisers who just, you know, goes into the face of Team Joe Mama while, you know, you got the carries in the back just dealing damage. And I don't remember if Vel'Koz was banned in Game 2, but in Game 3 he was open. I'm pretty sure, I don't know, but...
No. Vel'Koz was banned second and third game. We made sure of that.
Alright, so since those were banned, you know, like, did you guys shy away from that same comp that you guys had at the beginning of the, you know, in the first game, or like did you guys were just trying to figure out, like, you know, comfort picks? Like, how did you guys choose in the second and third game?
So to be honest, the second and third game we just went for comfort picks. Like, I was playing Echo maybe like the 2 weeks before the finals, and I know Key Lime is Mastery 6 on Echo. So you know, that Game 1 I wanted to play Echo, but they unfortunately stole it from us. But yeah, in Game 2 Echo was open, so you know, that's what I was most comfortable with, so I picked Echo. And Chips Kaloy is also very comfortable on Rise, so that's what he picked. So yeah, like, we had Chicken Wings on Set, I believe, Game 2, so literally it was just all comfort picks. And then for the third game, we tried to do a Wombo combo Anivia Jarvan comp. So like, I would try to lock down as many people as I can in my ult, and then Anivia would just put down her ult in my ult, and then everybody trapped would just take tons of damage. But you know, unfortunately that didn't pan out for us in Game 3. So yeah.
All right, well, good games again, Barely Noah. It was really close, one of the closest games you could find. But kudos to your team and making this far. That was a really good win against Team Rocket, and you were really that close to taking the championship. But good job. Now let's talk to the winner, not just the winner, the champions of Season 1, Team Joe Mama. We have both Waka Waka and Key Lime here. Congratulations, gentlemen. Let's start with Waka Waka. How do you feel as a team captain of this winning team?
Well, thank you, Seth. But you say team captain, but honestly, I didn't do much. Like, everyone put in their own hard work when we're not playing. You know, they did a lot of practice, especially like ARAMs and solo queue. And in comparison, as a team captain, honestly, I think I was caught slacking a little because I took a vacation to Austin instead of practicing with them. So that's certainly, it's not just me. It's definitely the whole team. And, we have like all our shot callers and Keith and Neil and me for a little bit. But, as an ADC, you got to keep your eyes on the minions, where we starve for the CS. And sometimes I just can't manage everything. So it's thanks to everyone.
So, Key Lime, I have a quick question. Were you surprised that they weren't banning your Volibear and you're able to pick it 2 games in a row in one of your, I guess, most comfortable hero to play, and you played it really well the past few games? Were you surprised that they weren't banning it?
No, I wasn't surprised. Like the second game, especially, I wasn't surprised because they had an Ashe, and Volibear can get kited pretty easily. But I am surprised that they didn't ban it in the third game. I felt like I caught a lot of people out on that second game, so yeah, I was surprised it was open that last game because we were all talking about it. We're like, yeah, what am I supposed to play now? And it didn't get banned, so worked out.
All right, Raph, do you have any questions here for our champions here?
Oh, I do. And so one, this one actually goes to Barely Noah. Knowing Keith's comfort pick in Volibear, walk me through the thought process of letting that go through in Game 3. Because I saw the Rammus ban, right? And I'm just wondering if the Rammus is scarier than the Volibear.
So I think it was scarier than the Volibear, just because Game 2, Game 2 was really close, and I thought we dealt with the Volibear pretty well, as a team, right? So I thought that we could leave that up, in Game 3. But man, if you've ever seen this guy play Rammus, yeah. So we didn't want that. We'd rather have the Volibear any day over the Rammus. So, and with Neil, that Swain last week, there's no way in hell we're letting that through. Tom Kench is Tom Kench is just strong, and doesn't lose lanes. So we had to ban Swain, Tom Kench, and then the Rammus was pretty scary. So it was kind of the lesser of the evils, the Volibear was, so we had to leave it open.
Okay. And then my last question goes to both Waka Waka and Keylime here. That last play, right, where Neilio split push top with the Baron empowered minions while you guys held it down, that 5v4 fight. Who made that decision? Because that was, textbook.
So, if I'm being honest with you, I had no idea that was going on. So what happened was Neil was up top, right, and pushing, and Lauren got a stun on I want to say I'm Filipino bro, and wanted to follow up. And at that point, Lauren was the one that was a little bit overextended. But so as she's walking back, that's their entire team just engaged, and I'm still far. So. But when I saw them engage, I'm in they're caught out, and I figured we might as well get a couple trade kills here. And that E on Joe's Xayah, when all the blades and feathers returned, it did so much unexpected damage that we just kept the fight going. And then last second, I was like, wait, Neil's up there. So let me just chase Chips Kaloy around and see how much damage we can get on those Nexus turrets.
All right, so the play of the game was unintentional. We'll take it.
Well, unintentional to the jungler. But,
okay.
The rest of the team might know what they were doing.
Shelley, do you have any final questions here for the winners?
I got 2 questions, but first of all, congratulations to Team Joe Mama. Congrats Waka Waka and Key Lime. I know I touched on it briefly, but in terms of those in-game adjustments, the first game was pretty close, but then it spiraled out of control, and then in Game 2 and 3, you guys made the right adjustments. Well, what adjustments did you make, or what did you guys talk about as a team in order to get this done?
So basically, I remember this so well because I think after Game 1, half of us were tilted off the face of the planet. And so I think what happened was we didn't play to our advantage and we didn't play to our team comp. So on our first game, we had a Shen, an Echo, and then our bot lane, which was Zaya and I believe who was the support? Keith, do you remember? Thresh. So like we had a very strong bot side with a Shen to make plays with. And we kind of did that towards the beginning where we rotated to the dragon and we rotated mid to get plates. But then after that, we kind of fizzled out and we kind of did more reactionary plays where SFC engaged on us and then the Shen tried to save one of us with his ulti instead of, oh, we're going to go for a turret dive. So I need you to ulti me so we can make it a 4v2. Going into game 2 and 3, we kind of identified that, one, we need to put Keith on a tank. Like, his tank performance is, even though he's, level 6 Echo, is way better, in my opinion, than, Assassins or, Echoes. And, we played towards bot side more because we put Neil on something that just scales. So as long as he doesn't die in lane, then, Kale, level 16, we've all seen the horrors that she can do, right? And we've seen it in game 2 where that last fight at the Elder, triple kill. So after game 1, we kind of just shifted from more of a we don't know what we're really what we're focusing to. Okay, let's focus bot lane. Let's try to get Lauren ahead, and let's try to go for objectives.
Cool, man. All right, man. I got one more question for you guys. It's just a fun open-ended question. I know the championship, the series ended. You guys are champions. It's over. Are you guys ready to do it again? Because I heard from a little birdie, y'all said that Charlie and the Pinnacle Factory gives out Pinnacles for free. So, I think we're ready for y'all.
I think Keith will take this question.
Yeah, I think we're gonna, turn off our PCs and head to Disney World.
There you go.
Or Austin. One of those two. Before we think about the next split.
What I need.
There you go. All right, cool.
Quick shout out to the rest of the team.
Absolutely,
Emilio,
man.
Big Booey Ho, Trillion, Two Noobs, One Cup. Everybody held it down. We got smacked in the preseason game and a few other games, but everybody was pretty tilt-proof, positive, encouraging, and just all around good sports. And shout out to them, and also to SFC Telecom T1. They were, and still in my opinion, the best team in the league. So, and they really gave us a hard series there. So shout out to them.
Yeah, talk about a hard series. There was actually a moment or a window there where SFC Telecom T1 was up 1-0, and they were pushed back, but they killed almost all of your heroes. They have the Baron buff. They were marching down to the middle lane to have their victory, and I started thinking, all right, what questions do I need to ask SFC Telecom T1 here? And I thought they were going to win it because at that point it was match point. But you guys held on in that very last moment and turned that game around. And instead of SFC Telecom T1 hoisting the trophy here, it's you guys. So I just wanted to congratulate you. That was a hard win, and that was a well-deserved win. Congratulations, and this concludes the season. So good job, good games. All right, so before we end the night, I want to thank our casters here. Chalet and Raph did an excellent job. Thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule. You guys, this is all voluntary. We don't get paid to do this. We don't make the top, salary of casters out there. We're doing this all for volunteer for a good cause, which is ANCOP, and this is a fundraiser. And we've concluded the season and actually met the goals that we were, set out to do. And I want to thank you for all of our viewers. And before we end the night and we do a drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card, I just want to thank our casters here. And any shout outs do you guys have before we end the night? Chalet?
I was just gonna say shout out to all the teams, shout out to all the viewers. Thanks so much. This is for a great cause, and thanks again to PSI Gaming, Youssef, KJ, Rafi, and everybody. Commissioner, Keelan, Trillion, Gabby. I think put it together. If I miss anybody, sorry. But thank you to everybody. This was a great experience, and I'd do it again.
And Raph, any final words and shoutouts here before we end the season?
Yeah. My main shout out goes to SFCTT1, right? Going from the upset team, right? Lowest seed all the way to the championship and giving us a run for our money. That was a great showcase of team play. You guys were the model team, right, when it comes to being a cohesive unit, and unfortunately just didn't go your way, but great team nonetheless. So shout out to you guys.
All right, thank you guys. And before we end the night, we're going to be doing a drawing. So guys, stay tuned. Don't leave yet. You have to be present to claim the gift cards. I think we were ready with the list, but before we do so, we want to thank Lenexus for sponsoring these prizes. And KJ Freedom here is going to say a few words about Lenexus.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll play their ad and then we'll come back and do the drawing. So we'll be right back in about a minute.
About a minute. We'll be right back.
Alright guys, let's do this.
Alright, so we have our list, and the list is compiled based on 4 instances during the broadcast where we pull the names of those who are present at that time. And that compilation results in this big list here, as you guys can see. If you scroll down, you can see about how many entries are there. Yeah, so there's some of you guys will appear more than once based on if you were there since the very beginning. And we're going to be spinning this. This is unbiased. We have no control over this. Everybody can win except for myself and KJ Freedom here. And let's see who wins. Make sure you claim your prize if you do win. So,
Alright, when do you guys say go?
Go. Go. And the winner goes to
Rafi!
Alright. Polora Flores.
Let's go! I am here. I am going in the
yeah.
chat. I
Wait, that's you?
am here.
Wait, that's
I
Raph?
am here. I am here.
So Raph wins.
Nice.
Alright, so I will get Raph's info and we will send him an gift card for Amazon for $25.
Actually, do you mind if I just defer that to another role? Give it to someone else. Yeah, our viewers deserve it.
Hey, good stuff, Raph.
I'll defer that.
Your call, Raph. I would say take it, but if you really want to re-roll again, we can do that.
Hey, shout out to all the viewers. Go get yourselves an Amazon gift card. Let's roll again.
Alright, let's do it again.
What a guy.
What a guy.
Do the honors, Raph. Ready? Say go.
Let's go. All right, if it lands on my name again, then it was meant to be, right?
Yeah,
So we'll see.
And it doubles, right?
Challenge fate at that point. And it goes to Spangles. So if Spangles 6 is here, make sure you say I'm here. I'm ready to claim it. You have about 10 seconds to do so. Otherwise, we're gonna re-roll again. I can't believe you didn't take the money. There's so many things I could have bought with that $25 Amazon gift card.
Well, what can you buy on Amazon? There's not much, right? Oh, wait.
That's a lot.
Look, these viewers dealt with my voice the entire game. I'll give it to them.
All right. We have about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bengals.
Oh, yikes.
Is not here. All right. So Chalet will signal when we're gonna go. So Chalet, tell him when to spin again.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Here it goes.
For the second time, he wins again. Wait, if he's here to claim it though.
Is he here?
Oyo Erpe. I don't even. Have you even accepted the first gift card that we sent?
I think he did.
Yeah, about 10. Hey, there he is.
There he is.
Hey.
Oh, he won. Nice.
What up? Alright, we're gonna message him. Oyo, can you please type in the chat your email? So making sure that we have your email. And
Hey, everyone blast his email, yo.
Wait, he says. So Oyo, Erpe, Jolly Boy. There it is. Alright, so we have his email. This concludes the season. Congratulations to Oyo, who wins twice. And thank you again, casters. Thank you, KJ Freedom. Thank you to our viewers. We look forward to anything that happens in the future, but this concludes our season 1 of ANCOP LAS. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, one more thing. Maybe for season 2, you guys can plan ahead. I know we'll have a month off, probably, maybe, and then we'll have new teams. So, good job, guys. It was really exciting.
We have to go back to drawing board, see what we can do better, what we can improve on, and it's going to be exciting. So, with that, we're signing off. Good games.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.